Alright, we say yemo bibiara kwaba na ya bring from Kastle 90.3 FM. Ya bring subra so na yetna se na yaze memba no hodon. Jumezi yaze bro your number one political and current affair program in the whole central and western regions. Ya bring business kwamina esuma. Mindami production team headed by Mr. Bernard Ogo, Osman FKK, NFE Blackus, Nsu Etriana Tum Ewo Facebook, then also on YouTube, Kastle 90.3 FM. Yes, Facebook, then also on YouTube, then yani social media handles in National Yabri. Yerutregu elho ye streaming live. Damasu www.kastlefmonline.com. I want so Eriabri Yerutregu elho. I will able to na follow yen elho. Who messages no sono yarije afa 0244743143. Text message another WhatsApp message. Fafado Fabra na yenzin komo emfa za yerebo twetwon komo and Eriabri na and then komo bebre wo ho. In Komobebre Opa, Oyaza wrote minister and the accountability series. We kwejina wakasa na ono na orobo NPP aban sumbo that 10,000 kilometers of roads are the then administration was constructed cannot be found. And is that true? This is according to the road minister. Ora Gavin Kwame Abija Damaso na NPP and the basing come for NPP one elections are woboko the presidential prime minister woboko no. In fact, engineer Kobne J Japan wakasa on oye sika enanka was the region the filing fee and then the nomination fee was a about development fee. Inti inete sikane se kikeboma oye 600,000 Ghana cedis. Inti a capik for oye nominations are 100,000 Ghana cedis. Damaso ene eko filer oye 500,000 Ghana cedis. But ibin Friday sikano osododo. I mean yama politics. Wabaye sika. But what do you also think? The Obia all vie for the highest office of the land. Na to 600,000 Ghana cedis for your filing and nomination fee. And the bid na se wuti ankokwa, you become the first gentleman of the land. Odosun ana nkrofo reka ho asem ewo ho. Na and according to a report by the finance minister, the Ghana public's debt Ghana kawa ena yezino wa drop by 139 billion Ghana cedis. Ekawa na Ghana yazino as a nation no dato could do 139 billion Ghana cedis first half of the year. Damaso ena the debt relief and they say yarika the economy no ojine ya MPP what say it is their work one handiwork not the handiwork of the government. Inti yani debt relief was the MPP's work, not the government of the day. Ne ejuma waye onunti ena ekodru day. So this and many more and we are bring yebezin komo but the biggest news of the day. Ora Atwesian, William Atwesian, and I say court were granting 10 million Ghana cedis bail. 10 million Ghana cedis bail. Yenyim anida me bezi Atwesian no nkomo beka there and no asem baba and I make actually there as at yesterday Atwesian was in prison and they were granting 10 million Ghana cedis. Ni nyina a banking sector cleanup en sensem ewiabere Alhaji Osman watina say ye bezi nkomo but ye bohwe the NPP flag bearership race the nomination in Crawford way you want it the waroko then Atwesian court or granting 10 million Ghana cedis bail ewo yanisa baki yiniska as a nation ana mayenda enyumoku awarobua halaji lisro yenda Betway say scratch and win is back with a bank and it's a hoping 9 million Ghana cedis ranging from cash Free spins, free flight, and more are up for grab from 1st of July to 31st of July. On the end, 30th. Still, able to me as one shimibi. Obibisa, how can I also be part? Just log into betway.com.gh, simply bet on sport or casino, and you will get your daily scratch card. Then, from there, match and win, with every day being another chance to strike it lucky. Betway, get way more. A suffer from oil malaria, anumundra onko intumin kilo malaria nasa. Ewiabri edrukupe. And ye can for ye amo send the FDA wajatum or a lonat. All leading pharmaceutical shops. Ebenyebi na one so ato a quota and a bonum lonat na. Mr. My a qualified personnel in test to impede a malaria mboa benibi ewo uyurinumu ansana anum damaso ena a bonuma didier na num lonat scatter malaria. Woye njumoku woye school wako excursion. Wo to kwan wo kaya bribi asar wo hia ehena etinema you feel comfortable air condition obo fa driver no so kan no so no nsem ye dzen or your Kastle transport ebonu nso de fom kra se e compare ahyanka dwuma a wodi ahyane ma hey e wo central region e wo Cape Coast na as it to Kastle transport is one na te ye dzen de fom kra on inti ewiabre twa ne banaze with affordable rate a yazimoe bra Kastle 90.3 fidue ma ha na enyim penfum besingwa na wonzi inkomo wabre enye hia ne bi ededu dwuma dama so frɛ 0244 406 500 and 0552 490 241 na enyim penfo entwetwe inkomo. Kastle transport, your journey our priority. Hisense the main control there. The 2025 Hisense General Campaign Ogudara Orokodo Oninti television, refrigerator, chest freezer, smartphone, sound system, microwave, kettle. Nina bin a pair Hisense where the way we on the showroom no was the armor. All the 16 regions ebenyebi one showroom ni bi ewo na akoto enyeme ni bi mankasim waben Blue Hills restaurant or Antigua Damaso and when Pacific filling station no when you zi nhwenyem free Hisense ewo Ahomedu 0302 550000. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. Game Park Cool Chop. Yes, your winnings or multiplying by 30 times. Inti ende for fresh Game Park Cool Chop flapo menyim dey yade won pa for fresh maybe. Yes, pick from 1 to 36. Na won sukutwa flapo wa sukutwa atasa. Inti dial star 946. Star 946. Na wa sutwe bi ebenye sika ezegu oko toku. Echirimaba na enjuman kanu mebedi wo ho dase meze achro. Ba mamenko Osman mwana mama na kwa banansi onyime isim kakaba metina ase mehu de why busy producer say da oyawe Alaji
kamna
salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Aide
yamina do yenhu ye na waso
maso alhamdulillah
bibi ay kama zi
ya bibi ay kama bibi wana mbua so we now waka
this is the whole Cape Coast too. In fact I compare the whole central region. This yana mission obo na wasi kwame na show na mission also fire masa
obo yeah
kwame cinema na jano po for nedru na
memfa hwe
edru na ewo mabie no
memfa hwe
kuba na ya no botilim na the pan wo ka ho and also that reporting bags no
ama for what na no ekedru hwe wode wane nnyoma na wo ye nti obi ba me gide bibia boko.
Yes bibia ka
enu ama so ru koyezi wonderful
afre na yen kaka
obeyi obofa
yeah
obeyi yeah very fine aya bete ba wi abri yenchi a honorable Francis Eje Kudonko.
Yes
Yenchi no showman in fact that when you don't know ay
come in sim
Charlie
I have grow
when you don't know we ebo ni message pio the last message of me say ha mo yi ya say why na me say nkrofo no ma ye yinti ano ye yi nkrofo no ma ye yinti ano on ye yi ofan the other one no ye in fact I saw when you maybe bebre yeah nti honorable day ye ntumi nda na asin wi nti dey dia bomb payment there onya no mo oya show no time odeba no ye kama nti onya no mo na surprisingly na wa da agbo wuwo mu kore na che de wa solve nneoma bi ekosi bi
that on plan expenditures no
yeah
oye bufu basa the man so na that man on plan income no so
easy
no so ba permit mo easy pressure
no easy
am the mo da mo na eboa mamu kona do bia mo tona medi mamu kona do bia mo tona
some of us yani listening wa alaji easy o ti anamre say I quiet ah
so bia lance mo ho brother
eba can come in some
Obi around small. I say, but you know about two.
Eba can come in some.
Even you know about two.
You full some oti lady. Kastle no.
And I know how you different.
Yeah, I know how you different. Yeah.
How you different.
Know how you different.
When you buy the kono ka hono. Okukuseku.
Na okukuseku mi won information bi o hewa. Akwa is serious. Jide honorable na why na urgent sem dia na no je.
No mood no. They be am water no ti. Say ro who say bufu what they know. Water no ti.
Ba o ya nneoma brutal.
Abi na so no say.
O ya nneoma brutal. Keji sro no rough. Alaji. And then some record Ghana.
Oh yes,
yeah. Every day is able to NPP. When we boy officially we boy for nominations. And the presidential race, you know, we boy our pede NPP Bamapa. Pede wonsu kujina the call the presidential primaries in the the flag bearership race, you know. Copy forms 100,000 Ghana cedis.
100,000.
Yes, a filer or a 500,000 Ghana cedis. Into a Kenyan buma or a 600,000 cedis, excluding developmental fee. It will be determined by the NEC.
Okay.
But then within the party, Kobine Japan Kra engineer. Yes, we declare any intention. He's going. Honorable Kennedy, Dr. Yawose Duchum. That's a Brian Champon. No, we declare. Now, a couple of them we declare one intention. The ones who will lead the flag bearership race, will lead the MPP to the next election. But then they are talking about the nomination fee. Income area about and they that. And they don't mean no come but then the information about today he has been granted 10 million Ghana cedis bail. Yenzin come.
Alright, Kwame na medasi enwabere we and I'm chia we etief no nyahwefo a enwabere we enyina ya gebra ya beka bom na ya boso man Ghana, especially the people of Central Region and a Cape Coast Kenya we take hen anopa we another enwabere we ya da wana ase enwo so mo de bia wo ye woze ma hen enwabere we show no so is live on Facebook. It's the magic there also baby will be and wotum na be join the feed no na enyina yetum na ya hwente remove Facebook a search box na bo Kastle 90.3 Cape Coast. And like your page na share na ma comment no so ombra ye nyina enchechire na adwene emo show no ontum na onye kama ho no wonsom wonye nipa and politics so ze onye nipa na wonye wone ye yeso yan contribution and quota yes ma aban no another man no ana yenso ye no wahade kwam na the new patriotic party. In fact, they are the biggest opposition currently. Just 8 months ago, now one urban the running of the affairs of the country.
Yes.
And one and over two na ukitestia na what be juma kama. And you koye you know, nyama nkoye. You koto abana Ghana for your chai and adwene there. You hear the botum na ye best sanya mum. Na you tum na ya koye na you know. Yakoto abano na NDC overwhelmingly majority vote no once say to makama in the His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and away to na wenya northern na in paper yekese ozi o man nyimo hono na NPP as a political party say nya beka ye ho after the elections no it was all about blame games no and I start here no yeah Nana Danko Kufa the His Excellency the former president wa bre or the large ba me no worbo nizi no honom some party executives na worbo wonzi no honom in fact the appointees of the president kwana wan ankasa we see wo for that wo bo won ho bad wo di won ho bon nkwafuka the greediness among some of the members you know the indecisions and decisions that party take care be mususu there one boa party ni nyina no it was there it's ya better that I'm thank you to ono be kodo ho honom abeke thank you to ono wo kobo no ho baby mentem wase be kodo ho honom e na afa kote de wako wo bi sika na no so party ne kada for the meantime no one fanya manom for ntunchen na one focus on rebuilding the party no one chair and e be better that there is a committee party no wako set there one turn on one hwenyamum in fact e be better rumors be there and sure the early elections of the presidential primaries no obetum na wakodo so that when your candidate in them na wa marketing ye vis-a-vis what the NDC will present you know mind you yet wa yakoto about the next general elections now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama per the Constitution of the Republic you know oruntum nkobio that means the NDC would also present a new candidate so if that is the case the NPP feels there so was new candidate by terminal at least obetum na we resonate with Ghana for first. Secondly, ni executive when you want be adwuma no intasin botum na wakọ na wetum na wa wrestle with any person bia the NDC will bring as their flag bearer for the next coming or year elections you know. So there are few qualms wetum na waba. In fact, personally, make the amazing one come there. The approach there work to another work the flag bearer in the first before the other executive elections about kodono. Me feel there it has been turned upside down. Now Kenya nyimdan can start fifom. Now Kenya akosro honom. But the party feels there. So we the presidential candidate in the first primary in the first obebon honom. I am not a member of the New Patriotic Party. So I cannot cry more than the bereaved. Someone akasa waja to me that this is how they want to go. Yen as Ghana funo. Maybe here in the botum na ya support one. Even in that regard pono. With the other candidate and other confirm once watch up they want to compete once workers against or that particular or motion. However, it is about the party decisions and the majority decision carries the vote and then they was it yejuma honum. Now Kwame na fast forward with the timetable was it baba yejuma as to the elections now obekodo when to pick up your forms when to file and everything in no. And so far no me sure that the 10% now calm down candidates in one now put the way you will name or filing in no obi a ho no more picking the forms nazi and obi a don't complaining so you to me entire name but complaining more than one now okay cause one jumezino now ended na you ever tell the filing fees with nomination fees now but and after the filing fees so I can you now bo 600,000 Ghana cedis now go for complain now yes, we're democracy or you're doing channel. But sometimes in order to prevent there, as in a barber year, Bibi Abakade so cheap you try to put some artificial barriers you need to make sure there on your ban about room or honum. Now what if the 600,000 and Kobe Abakade is Canada or me having because democracy shouldn't be about the highest bidder. Ebi or party no so I wanting or the capacity, the mental capacity and what it takes to serve the party. But actually barrier we are onyesika kuma.
Do you think that 600,000 Ghana citizens are a barrier for certain people?
Absolutely.
Because me free day, if the one can say you want to be the next gentleman of the land, you have prepared yourself very well.
Yes.
And 600,000 Ghana citizens shouldn't be an issue.
I come and I say I put about some woman. And I was woman now watch the music academy was to Omawa. And I can or a barrier beer or the honum. But with this barrier it has a positive connotation and so. But was in this uncle can go mark the cheapest of the levels now. In fact, we'll be able to uncle could be on especially say the member of the party. But with this set amount we at least any radio. You don't even go there to test the waters. You're being far while you're read American financially you should be on the ground. In the Ukraine, the Albert Simple there's a prayer contest for an MP positioner close to $1 million and I will call honor. the miss can in for noba. If you are ready to go in for the highest position of the land, using your political party, that's what the almost a Kasembo to one now. I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's something it is, for me personally, it is okay. Besides, this is not the first time the musical way will be. It's something they've been paying. The last one they paid the same amount. Until they say when two months be and fan can that's we maintain the status quo now. I see nothing really wrong with the amount now. Was out to Honomono. But them American ebi ananko bi so tenante na enko onye ya can also wotum na kan so wa contest o honom. Onye popularity contest is it. And onye esikafo contest nso. But with this one no, obetum na wa abo ma party no. When you want to be ready there, they would also want to get in there no. Now wa kwa akobua. Now coming now, aside from that, the conversation will be about who is going to be the next person now. Obotum obe yinenyim and that's the one now obotum na obeko.
Yes. Already
na kasa no ababon kofi bi wonzi no hade. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, in fact, currently within the system no, I think he's the most favorable. Martin Kofi be awoche me there right from 1996 coming nyina no. Oyaza the NPP was a candidate bar. When you botem nyimpa kun mo win elections and sana.
Change
no. Inti yehu President Kufuor.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 times or so. And I stand to be okay 1. And then the next one 2000 no obebe winning.
Yes.
His Excellency Nana Danko Kufuor our contested 2 times and sana obebe winning. So yeah, even the Ghana had an in general mpona. Yeah, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The first touch no obebe winning or honum. But the second time, about 2 times and sana obebe win. Yes, His Excellency the former president John Evans Atamiosa. No, so right from 98, about contested years the baby Roma 2 times and sana 2009. No, so to be the northern now. No, so baby winning or honum. So we have the clear mandate now other honum. The trajectory is now there. That's will be by first time that's when winning pa. As also a president in the when we at the third time no about to know win. So some of them feel there.
That is when the party will feel there. You are the ideal candidate. You can win for us.
In any case, whether that's your ideal or not, so once you are elected as the flag bearer, no, it's the party that has given you the mandate there. So for me, yes, we have those semantics. I understand where you are coming from, but no so maybe I'll come and talk about that aspect. Honorable Kennedy Japan. No so for some time now, now so we're way in. In fact, the last primaries, say I should the kind of contest Ozima Laji Baumia, I feel there party na no mu be che around that time no. Now it was because the masses of the party na do na kasa o party no mu no. Now that adwena akwaye ebien wo honum because if you feel there around that time coming into government the major campaign at the NPP where as a political party in fact it was based on the economy. And the economy so by a lot of issues and problems are Alhaji Baumia heading the economic management team all the baby never ten same be a work on honum bimpo kada he wasn't allowed to work bimpo krampo kada edwuma na kaso ye no na on sheda agenda do ye in they say be same people fu no bia one on the other side now they have a lot of issues to talk about but for me on the other side maybe you do honum ma ye bezi hu nkomo but for na Kennedy Japan no in fact the last time meeting spokesperson us in there, they want somebody can obey. They want to be practically Ejuma one and son, obi what I'm experience not to be okuta just the ideas My what ideas what more translate into businesses That is what they want. Intimate kwa work there. Ghana yenya president or a lawyer, communication expert, yenya military leaders or honum. Yebenya in fact tax experts in Professor John Evans Atamos. And yebenya economists mun so won so abeboa. But now, is it the way to go? The young call for the businessmen and so now once you try one young now. That's also some of the arguments that we must raise it there. And
we should be off from the classroom.
The
field.
Yes, young call practically. Okay. And I say the other side no they tell you there's actually Honorable Kennedy Japan. The kind of injuma why you can mention some of them. The grassroots support and how urban the party support on you know whom film now. He's also been there. In fact, all the baby now is in there. oba join na wa campaign na Alhaji Ba Omiamu but as the difference is no twin ten but remember be ye adwuma into no so another candidate people would also look at. In fact, and I feel the two major candidates will be between the current or another the former vice president and Afwe or Honorable Kennedy Japan. But coming as a room should be also you would also look at or engineer Kobine Japan. And for me, make a day one of the persons about the fine brains the NPP can on any day can present.
Yes.
I would mention him. In fact, Makade he cut across another in between the old group and the current crop of leaders Warba. And actually idea so to Mwazebana. He doesn't feel that it's supposed to be about me. So the last elections contested the primaries you know my challenge with him around the time and someone came around the campaign period now about the primaries but you could now I come mount a platform Okwa campaign man Alhaji Ba Omiamu.
Obakere that is only internally. But the opponent outside, leverage on some of their messages and then campaign.
And absolutely, you cannot blame Obiso Obakere. It is a party contest, and in fact, Nancy, while granting interview or there, he belongs to the party. In as much as the Obachana in a day, and Kazina Fadi and Kobe and Kazina Fadi and Kobe, the moment the party presents a candidate, irrespective of what, you forget about our personal ambition.
Then you rally behind the person. Yes.
Now supporting. I love his mindset. And that is what others may not do. Into genuinely na bashewuna na wakwa chief advisor na Orbo Alhaji Ba Omiamu and how one oversee obo conduct or yet the campaign In fact, even in the heat up to the elections Papa way back out to be there. If you look at some of the leaders in the way you wanna party executives was in what border your na they don't like to consult. And think you want all the experienced men who be and can you for one bro na kombo mbe yeduma. And personally on that score I respect his mindset today. You belong to a political party. You should be a team player. All the baby that's a yeduma na sa nyama anko to the mesi ma yehwehwe echo elections e loser men you won film rally behind whoever would win the elections Yen support him pokro na yen kwa ankohwe mesi ma yebeye. But me as a Ghanaian, then I'll come back to ask you there. You were able to pinpoint some problems about the candidate now wasn't no kono. Say you the candidate and you're good enough to lead your party. How would you feel that the person will be good for the country? That's also another conversation we can have. But in the arts and simple way him there, he's coming back to you. And it will be a fierce contest of honor. Dr. Yahweh Duchum. The last one Kobe. No Alhaji Ba Omiamu camp. And then so I continue from of Shemus and the Ghana folk, they are calling on him there. He should come. Now, so they are calling on him there. He should come. He's a fine gentleman, a fine brain. Oh yeah, the monko funny bina. Come in urban the politics. Now I feel there. Oh yeah, the podo obeye. And there is a blip around him. Oh yeah, me yo. Why? Because Sabaka de yabo to abano. The free SHS was one of the major campaign issues the NPP used. About conflicting figures Yabotu Abano, Nakasa the minister, he was bundling it around. So President Kastle saw a mistake, I will blame the sector minister. Why? Because or a sector minister and offer the president
information.
Yes. So I'm not presenting the right figures yeah, got to Abano catch all the figures now can on no but yet to Abaye now you came to admit there were challenges. Figures now about out it was not correct and those ways how can I trust a leader? Say in the midst of the issues, I can question say entire. I cannot trust this as a man now. About 2 days in the question I'm a Ghana for. But you cannot blame. You know how we run our politics no chroma hade. Your opposition you can ask them different. You can different. That is our hallmark chroma hade in politics, International way in him. And I know that about campaign mostly on the achievables the Ministry of Education But the last time we say honorable Macho Poku Prempe. What's in a so a certain sector bako kwenye honomono or make achievement to be a honoma, then kobia okay so. But ultimately no, or your president na power so one no as more that Jena community had a kono juma. It's even the cabinet policies na zinpono. On your nazi ideas in Zibayo. In fact, it was captured in the manifesto. And what you call kweze nyim there, kwana kwaye. So how would you say that or your personal achievement, but not the parties? So you understand the argument that Bimus was about, and that is from all year Napo ne end, you know. But then obviously it's going to campaign on the free SHS policy or boy, especially with the STEM medication. TV also making sure that there's a digitalization both room into education. No. Some of them it was good. But now I ask myself then, about one student, one tablet now. Kwame initiate to work with then. And here you to me a chair students, you know. They made us to believe that it was a policy. Even in their absence, it should have gone on. But then some of these things, it is normal.
Money has been paid. So absolutely. Questions need to be answered. Because they one student, one laptop, or one student, one AE. One lunching.
Yes.
One there, we're rolling out. Schools into schools are one in Sakod or say you. Because money has been paid, though. On to better abandon if you didn't see. Things will be silenced on it. Now say if the contract in the company will go through a Sikanabo baby. And some make an answer say Sikanabo baby.
I'm sure they say Ebias Kabi the baby, Ebianka or Lanche as in Yemanko or Yejuma. I'm sure they Bianca by this time and the current government would have at least given us some word on it. But once I answered I ain't phone and imagine where I am today. It was one of those you got to a bar.
Yes.
Yet today. Yeah, your policy
because me when the piloting was shot from Oye Kumasi on the Prempeh College.
Yes.
Or the Bukro, and I saw an invoice somewhere in the Western North, one of the schools, Western North. I've forgotten the school name. I saw the number of what they are called the invoice. I saw it, but the rest is it. Eba Cape Coast. How many schools in the Wenyebi? So we need to interrogate
and then know that tomorrow another one call. International will also campaign on those ones, you know. The former Minister of Agric, Brian Echampon, another fine gentleman. And also from the camp of Alaji Baumia. Now, no people will break away, and also ambition there. About to now will lead the political.
So, party. If you look at the Baumia camper,
and go for if you
all affected because people are in Kawonyano will pull a crowd. Dr. Baumia Kita, the natural crowd.
Yeah.
People around him and they also all vie for the same position also had their crowd.
Yes.
Because of them, they fell in love with Dr. Baumia. Will throw one support behind him. Now these people, what you one way from once we will definitely see a reduction of
definitely. And that is that's the I'm catch there. It will be problematic for the party, no. But then Brian Echampon yenzi no nkomo kakra. Aka was so West Wogon. The fracas or kodo.
Yes.
No jinemu pa, no shemi bi pa hono. Na yen future president. Na some of this if you wait kekawuzi no one. Oh how adwen. You see honorable Canadian point man kan so no kakra. Makalaji ba menezi. Honorable Canadian point no say abahwa ne all trances. Subani bi na nyama bi sometimes on national TV. Unprintable words where you use being pocket or your own presidential. In fact, president you want na ya would to lose one coup. But they have a way what can one summer what garnish more your fair. But you know as in a bazanaba. But Nancy my
we're taking cool.
Yes. It's as showing there presidential material.
Yeah.
Was Mason or trances, Mason.
One time I am a more indigenous party I was do. Even a walk or thank you to on that same stage the vice president was there, the party hierarchy, even the party chairman was there. Abrunye Jamaica and I said abayo be passa Jamaica and say one more behind it. Oh you straw
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wait in a waka casam. I want to one now, but in the pain. All
right.
By the Muso Comades, so sometimes we need to manage information. At least the spectacle, no.
Yeah.
A 2 minutes a call from one. So come so far, these are the candidates. Where to na yenim do obey you name. I want to prepare war. And the question in there, even the last elections, you know, Shakona honorable Canadian point, or see or fighting of some of the votes from Alaji Baumia. Alaji Baumia, I think, ran up to the primaries, you know. Now there was a projection there. Obenya close to 90% or so. But you could reach, you know, Now when you're less than 75%.
So then the Krampona, he was being backed by the government machinery.
Government, yes, system no.
Yeah.
On the camp when to my party in our honor. Since ya the company been more to the way you won't wait him. Stay for instance, on our large about me. We moved to Kennedy. And as some of the candidates, another one was supporting the chum no nye by the champ or mosuno, obey you know way film or honor. Into Kobandamna, how would he get the grip of the party obenyano? And I want to me feel very problematic because I'm a party no. And today I'm looking at politics is about concession. Because NPP to know our primaries no. Not simple call but win the primaries no. So when two when more than 80% of the votes now, that means there was also a elections bill. The unity now about no, it may not come. Especially at the time I be me feel there. My warrior is to favor one particular person. Elections are over be munya ya. And can one start in form. Now confirm for sir. My honorable Kennedy Japan we complain about the same idea no. Also on you one in Yadwin. Engineer Kobile Japan. No we complain about the same idea. President Kufuor the last time wakasa but you know the kind of things that he's saying. I can't wait for that Alan Chamanton honorable. Ofi party no, are you going to see the same thing there? You favor one candidate to be. Nanka afuna says yenja wana na. I want to me food and party in penyinfo and I know obodo baby they will definitely do that. Come maybe anka nyimpa 2 bi na wo contest there. And can breaks no kon shada endorsement. And me assure be more when you they are just going there to test the waters in there.
It's a democracy into won't to monfa that is why an open into obi free there.
Yes, you do it open.
Yeah.
But the not the baby sir, you need to talk to Ibimo there for the sake of the party no. If your party no to there osimo your banker, you know but boy you know your best bet. But na can democracy be so on mo to my to okay. You present this person. We are all going to rally behind the person no. Yen bo nyipa kuna yentum na yenye. What if wan kwan ko ban da mo so? Na be ko bi etiro na afa boat no mo tuma aka chiche. Ene ye campaign so a ye kaseti yankofo. Ene Martin some work for large ba omi no. Can you blame them? If you can put to feel there, ye mo economy no you failed as poto. May say papa Ashanti region former communication director Ghana Gas. Owusu Bempa. Should that kind of keys or way? You may not blame him. Economy is a man that you can honorable I mean work a day or your one effort and the yachi way. But under your watch, you know, na real juma. But what were we seeing? Dollar no jina himfa, and the ojina himfa. So now our magic wand and Abazintina then no use na ya fine make the economy no obejanado. Inflation, yes, not or drop or before. But in less than 7 months, I been be about or real juma. It's a magic wand no what himfa. No one or one is him. No one will control economy no. What could have government have done around that time? A 1 year or one. So it means to say little and decisive. Who's when you maybe know our how I drink a crap. And that is one thing I'll tell you what to wash in here or one. And so some of these things, you know, about Cassette, no, because it's your one. That is the reason why I feel there. Say be more honor man come to one you want casa concession. Race, no, yes, any about contest. But as a party, you feel there or Simosi way, no. On why you best candidate. You present no you support in Pocono. But in the heat up of the campaign, no, you back a cancer the grand cancer you who fee. You have to confirm work around Rabu Japan or your own presidential. And on your presidential material. Nakasa, Miss Mosi or Nazi, Ninya Binajuno. You are talking against the man. So our support the food and Sumpun, how would they feel about our back at the mass marathon? These are the problems. But the best situation in there, after our primaries in a way, you know. How are they going to reconcile the party back bill? For me, I want to feel that the issue nankasa no or no. It's like a minya and kabato nankasa no. Nanka was that if form no was a quay. But then let's wish them the very best of luck. Now you should make some boko and then may the best candidate to know. Only know honum. They are all fine brains. They are all fine materials.
After picking the forms, finally you go for no. You better one profile. Then we'll be talking about them more. Na there the party no one when you wanted that, but we'll be talking about them and definitely we'll be having them here. Na you're busy in common. Yes.
Yes, and one thing so I need to also touch on in your day when there are public issues and now semi bana say be worries in common na say ba shall be try there or but testing popularity. Inti eba share chama won to communicate for instance subtly na wakɔ competition subtly na wakɔ competition
yeah
wie na was Brian a champion na kɔ winning wɔ hɔnom yɛkɔto the national wɔkɔ national congress BOE kende Japan kɔ yi sika bi na no kɔfo susu dan kan no so kɔdo anka wan kana legend there o the sika bi aba people from the other camps be bɛka there enka sika po de ka yi mpa na anka fo suma kɔdo araji ba menya rousing welcome party ne ka there because I know the highest person a ɔbɔ hɔnom na ɔkyɛ woto man ama acknowledgement no ntina wo ma no kwan be mu firo your own advantage so all these things kwamena so when to manage in here it will also go a long way to affect the party's chances of honum even though the NDC will present a new candidate and may say Paul Adumochi and menyene yadwen kwamena to be very frank and honest member political party being kind China ho there on no win elections that be political party will going to win elections so sagana fo ye bra party bia ana ye bra bana na ye system inti maka the government no lose elections onya opposition party no win it is contestable but asam no okay no medwene wo kwacha me hu na yes he is telling the truth cause I abana say ye wadwuma ye ya you don't give the opposition a chance because in the Ghana if they can read and write na yakopon in charge free SHS ekofie bia we benya krachi wo hono in the issues in social media ye hu bi ye tase onya afi na beton abaka to bi ni achievement we know what is happening in the year to about based on our pocket ye ni sikasa me small te come de ma mon koto about
now people understand the economy.
They understand the economy.
Yeah.
It's about their personal lives.
Yes.
Mesi manya maroko enti se ntuma organize wo hu ye ntuma hye wo nyama ye na so ba ba ye basa da mana oba ha wa adwin there still stand a chance there won so obotum na wa ba because ayo tasisi anything can happen so come na for me I wish them the very best of luck.
All right.
One year no tum one year kama na one set or that ma example no na atu esien
Oh brother. But because from yesterday I've been talking about him on Niger. Woman 15 years.
Yes.
Now he's appealing. And the Accra High Court were granting 10 million Ghana cedis bail with 2 sureties. But the question I may be saying there, so in this can in Sabaka.
Sasakano, I believe I was in Shabi to him. And she I went to na we meeting na. In fact, he was pleading for more time. She had to say na. She had a picture kuno we see it I brent your pound. She prepare or the screen. Na black with for kono to do. Come na. Asamewa. Well, but for me, I feel that or man and Benny easy juma. And or court na we're granting the bill. In terms of court and Ankas and answer me few day. Or to know granting even before then 2 weeks ago. Now KSM. Now at that party in Penyufu, both NPP and DC.
Yeah, they were
advocating the president on my brain to way amnesty. But the ultimate conversation in and there. Yes, so what you know so bumpa yenisicano, can we recover the money? Yes, the man money bia. On from Koya Juma Sikano commiss using that now.
Obisi baby said no other prison in Yeniscani and Saka.
So or TB. It's enter na madam kade and Kamenya and Attorney General but tone it down. You find ways and means able to na your bajinska. In fact, the last time I can't be there. In some of these cases, most of the times, Sikano Bokomuno, you may not be able to recover all the amount of money, but there should be a way this way. You're able to make sure that the chunk of the money, you're able to make sure but serve as a deterrent.
I mean, what there's no way you're able to recover. I don't get it, and still, I say.
Come on, you'd have to get it
because of course.
So, the worst case scenario.
So what is it?
The worst case scenario, if I couldn't go to prison forever, Obo lose in the fahuzi. Abajina the paze finisem. And you're missing why corner yes for that. Yes, could Jankwan could be one sim. And what I me feel there, sometimes one that was supervising some of these banks, we need to also punish them.
Yes. Because
I had more Bank of Ghana. Not true a bank. Yes, banks be one sim. Not a jum watch that as a supervisor. And come quay where you may. Now coffee one books no to one balance books no. Yamu was scour where it is a cano. Yamu was kind of acquire some field investment to be. Or just kind of cost a real estate team. Well, to scan, how do you recover the money? or this kind of acquire as a for well loses can how do you recover the money yentina kroma na chama won to communicate or bako court uncle court ansana what time na wakwa jisika bi exim banker or the quiet farming ya atre was so nsu na otoy o mra nyam ne nyina o say you say abedu sika don kwai say won to monye ja pass na wan tona kwa me na misika ya ka jina wan himfo it is sometimes me feel due diligence no yenya we give certain people sika bi that one fan question with nation because of their political affiliation. That is the problem. It's an opinion you discuss there. Almost every business tycoon or Ghana had it, directly or indirectly, no, they are politicians. Because they work on one board of governors, no, don't know. One board, no politicians, and what good do.
Yes.
Insider trading. And all could do a honor. And say they are two Asian. What's ombre fee? No ombre fee, I want to see the guidelines here for that. Yes, the budget can carry now work on. Dr. Kobna Dufour, ni case to come na medyo no ara mentase. The last time we come be Michelle Payin bi o si brother I kasa nya abotar ai. Ana mo bro, na me so na bro. Nobody will beat any person.
No. We yare kan no kwa no.
Na come say as no dan ye beka. Abon gbo no mbo na fiade ye tan ye gbo aban na abado. But aban take decision bi na sabe onfosuzi bi anyi we need to tell truth to power. Ma wo ye no anye ne ye. Until last time I kada say Dr. Kobna Dufour so kada close to 60% of the worry cover. Now what Jankana was a man, through whatever means. And I'll tell 2 cents, so it's going to be.
Yes.
And to those one down on Quanquatineffi. And indeed, what are we seeing? What are we seeing? Fagana Sikara, Wako waste of honor. San can coffee be when you may ya, can go down a step way. To be sounded the Bank of Ghana, one away you want to supervise those banks, no. Now one infa. Yanka on ask some honor. And are problematic. And for me, I feel there. Stage I do no sambra kasa abacha wa adwuna keke but ebe ko we no how are we going to recover sikana we ko dan kwankru wonsam no that's my problem. But if I look at what the Attorney General is doing currently now kwam na menjizi bia wo
you jizi wa Attorney General no
menjizi bia wo
how but at least he's in the process of recovering. But Ebusha want us the 60% on yada wa recover. 10% depend for now wa recover.
Yeah. Come, you know me how I like Dr. Ini. You see me kind there. Yeah, but to operation all loots.
Recover all
loots. Yes. And you see all round. Na gan for Brena wo jisi wo me there. Sikabe wa question kofu won sa den koji da music ni nyina. But I also remember there, in ambulance case, for instance, the said company, okay, quasi the amojumezino, or the baby was the plea bargain by there. Second kind of work and open what time again happen. Na case no one shadow, and a case no call for trial, and our man Lucy. But our man could have gone for appeal. Now, when company acquire quoting from there, plea bargain in our cano, yes, I'm seeing from you. Na yenji another one G is come from my back view. In the case you are filing only process kwa want to want to debut nti yes can now quote that am meet if one channel so can yes can be one. This is the question I'm asking myself. Some of the conversations Saglemi housing project for instance, there was a definite number of houses yes a contract you kwesi. I understand that sometimes no contract some no. But
the monies were paid. Full payment was done.
Absolutely.
For yes, for that number of houses. Yes.
But in the course that execute a contract, inflation can get in. And tell be a budget for 200 houses, because of inflation, tell be a bottom now could buy 150. It's possible. And say could a word document about to approval. It works on from there. But you could career way, now I cover the case yes and there. You are not interested in the case in view. Oh, but I'm not how I drink. It's gonna go waste too. So how would I even have that much confidence there? You are going to work for the nation. And you're only going to target who political opponents, Now one case I was in the John Kwande. Once when you want to him, so I want to know one co. All the baby are coming out how I drink, honestly, all the baby are how I drink. And if you don't money in your area, much the minority, what's it? They will take him to court. Now we make sure the court should give an order there. On man is can you recover BBA? I second them. In fact, me do nature, I'm backing them. One corner will make sure there. Maybe I'm brand order no. Yes, because we cannot live in a country here. Obanda yan from Brenin Yejuma. So your Kwame na you can different. Or your DJ Black who say become different. Or your Osman so become different. okoba na mana yenya da ama justice no and the moment enya jizi o judiciary no mu no kwame na aye oba na mana oha wa adwen but for me atu esien yeda yankopon ase oyenyimpa say nyimpa bi azem fom wo no ho oyenyimpa na meka na bi mo ho no na they had some good ideas, good plans, but once enyim that is not on today you know, why did you do it in the first place? Sometimes we try to outsmart the system. Ma me yiska wadem fon kwasha ade me nyamfo so na mazaba ma be kowe chiri no na aje na akwa basa ho nom oya bra bomu nsam otumo to ye nyina obotumo atoa obotumo atoa me nso, but at the end of the day mo be here in there how best can we recover the money? Yes, the question mo ye Ghana fu nyina ye nska in the obi no community or per school de no obi no community or per car kwan obi per ambulance and obi ko school a onye dex na wat na do and the teachers for one salaries a wo pay that's can pon so one but nyimpa kun ekukura abaniska close to 300 million na was amo
yeah to kroma na mo former ruko school because there one community school ni minto ase there wofa insudo na we kogu nsum wewu
anopa mu hu kuru bi ano ya marahu ama TikTok na mo fun school na baby a won na
afọ no oja ni nua ni siga te ni finfin
oh to be honest so sometimes why ya titio into say we na some man we scabi na so kwa individuals bi won sema aya na wa akoma yo into they say if you have any moral right today if you more one is can recover 60%, then how would you feel about MPP for so say feel there once we discuss that no so to mo check a cra obaka to there president be asset out to hono no kwano kwhwedo because obi no 60% buy no eja ndo onko enti musu mu wie $1 million a mo 600,000 400,000 wa keminya bia moto menya bi so you cannot do me anything because I said to president now to hono, and that is a big problem. Me feel that we need to revise or reverse that decisions now. You take hono no.
Alaji Medase taken from the NPP's presidential primaries, then at twist and being granted 10 million Ghana cedis bail. Ebusia enti atwesi ane din another edi Dr. Kobina Dufo no ho enkomo mezi atwesi ane de baka ho the Capital Bank and the court are granting a 10 million Ghana cedis bail with 2 sureties all call for appeal on the 15 years verdict what the tono do ewo ho but we ahoma ntum na wonsu brembi 0244 408 046 0244 408 354 0244 408 046 0244 408 354. My more 10 minutes na yenzi enkomo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Ngada kwamna Esman.
Aquarium organizer.
Eyadi Osman wapom pedem.
Christ adum ye hu ye pa.
Awunya wo me adwuma so de be awon me yetsa o man Ghana nsam tie finfin mantem nsam yakopon so mo wo ban.
Amen. Yo.
Madada nsam ya biri we de go no ani me meka no bo kedem 15 years asisi awa me be me pa chaw de misika no o tia ana o me be anedo to dan.
Now need how many bail? Oba appeal for new prison terms I was man for 15 years no. And see already you know.
Okay, one man bail the Mexican I surely be trade the Mexican in every. I mean no Diana be to them Ghana I had the idea about I want I too much but me I ban na no chi and fishing deal. Me are one man bail e ban Mexican po me are in promo bail out the man no zanka na one man bail. I said, sir, you wait till the one who Mexican, which you are unable to.
Okay.
Mother, I couldn't imagine trying.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Kwame.
Yes, boss.
But I poor man.
Christ, I do more now, swear.
Yamiadum, but I'm still knowing you.
Yamiadum, no, you pa.
But your Osman or Hochi and Mamma
Marty, why you do?
We read to move in. Osman, a boy, my dream may be a brief. You know, auditors in our work auditing and where you
oh, how? Why then?
Yes. So what seems to come make it away from there. So what can you put the books in me? Yeah. What beg is going to work at into corruption or Badu Kastle Ghana? I didn't know. We'll see an auditor. Going young when you may. So when you may, next Abanami to made 50 pesos. I catch them made 50 pesos. Or they published about papers there. Them company went to the mistake. But one can win your work on an atom into corruption, make us through one of them better. Information where you follow, or the castle where you funk at all about powerful. Some of money say be a man I can
for one we see Wahara. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Alaji, sorry, Minteo.
Nah, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
The chair when you know. Asman, young company to Osman. I take some manu mad or papa. Maybe they will be able to come and diala or can there, my son also. Now, me, I trace and listen, some America cry. If you had not done it, said down home. No, I'll be finished so on home. Then if you can, on his major. And friend, Attorney General, they be a bokodo or the Yiska chair, another bokodo or the Yiska. So, all this can is a mini problem. If be alone, last some work out to Biala. Okay, the prisoner for Subia and your ma Ghana Ibiala. No one second is all by Ghana Ibia busy home for so, because would be the student, would be the toilet, would be by a car of one. So, only the Ghana Ibia work for so. It's a master. Abema mo you can argue day this year a free, but MPP year a beco jail. Obandamo uncle ye. Because if it's a sale and the more record do Ghana ha. Mamma can MPP as in the show with a secaka. Sika friend the leadership today. Or say there be a woman you do. Or would be bialim. Say when I could wait to whether once you won't share day next and no said in your grass. I'm a quamoka fire. Be quiet and I'm going to my bank at a fee. It's an independent deserve as an amount. See, I'm in honey there because what's ready. Our after the is the party name. In the year, as soon or brabo, able to make the Ghana in Magana. See, it seems that it's kind of normal, but that's an issue.
All right. But so, may I say, Alaji 0244 408 046 0244 408 We are bringing me more 10 minutes, just 10 minutes in the income. Yes, on the issues are discussed. Good afternoon.
Fantastic afternoon.
Aisha Khalifa, the taxi driver.
No, what you want here? I can't say. The person to so go Eden and Nancy to so one Nancy. And if you're a leader, na asemi on manfwa you ought have to support and I say about one papa na sebio komiko ni inu e be say na why we may have the knowledge but umunya dunia dia masa how can you help what I say I don't know what na say sika wa masa sebio na e yakoya bi no what I say ntino make up see MP for omo flag bearership a year omo Sebio na who shall do na second sikara wa video. What I say na who need to cook. So ba so better Ghana nyoma yenda bon I mean abo.
Dama.
Ewo mu say nya ewo say nya obi a wo sika ba buy obafum Ghana sika mum. But so hwe ni nyina mu at least say if you want to contest such a position at least I would say umuyeduka in terms of monetary aspects what I say that is I'm saying billion there yeah minimum criteria and I say from head to toe no like certain free top or they back down no in the common sense when doesn't order well but I mean it's their party and say the miyama no kuma yananka I say nanka ja and this in memoir 60 years. What I say?
I just can't thank you. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hey, happy when you move. All right. My last caller encounter your face. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, boss. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
The film Nana video.
All right.
Nana
from me
me from Fiabra.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, I think NDC, MPP, or more filing fee in any form of local case and there. I know honestly, 500,000, 100,000, almost $500 million. I know and paying for no more BV.
All right.
That's it.
Okay, then I'm assuming that's it. Last caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Daddy, yente.
Apoma.
Christ adumo mpocho wonswe.
Yamina dum musumu huyi.
Yade mi ase.
Sɛ ɛyɛ na obi de ne nsa bɔ Ghana sika mu a sika kɛse a ɔte dɛ de megye ndi dɛ sɛbe ɔde tɔ a edibani di ɔyɛ dan ara a ɔde yɛ agyapade bi na agyapade ne ngye ne na ɛyɛ a sɛ ɔyɛ hɛnede no menyim obi a ɔde ne nsa bɔ Ghana sika mu a wɔrekyerɛ ne dan dodoɔ ɔwɔ cars dodoɔ osisi ne fie ɛna ne ho nkeka ho na sɛ yɛgya ana yɛntumi mfa nyɛ adze ankyɛ ɔda aban no ɔtɔ dɛm nyama na ɔde yɛ anaa akɔ ne fie ɔwɔ cars 6 teacherfo binom anaa lecturers bi nyi car wɔgye na wɔkyerɛ ho dɛ yɛde ama dɛm nyimpa yi ɔmfa yɛ aba no adwuma a ɔmo ɛdan sɛ baabi osi no nɛɛsefo wɔ hɔ a wɔntenam polisifo wɔ hɔ a wɔntenam ɛna wɔabɛyɛ ɔman no n'agyapade na ano na ne gye no ɔman no sɛ mmerɛ nyi hɔ dɛ wɔngye mfa ma ɔman no nti odu a wɔsi yɛre gye sika nti yɛn nsa nka sika no a n'anyen wɔabɛrɛ sika no sɛ ɔde yɛ agyapade na agyapade no ano yɛgyina ɔmo muhu ade a yɛ ɔma mpanyinfo bi no wɔba dɛ wɔntua sika no nti na n'anyen ebi sɛ sika no ade ɔde yɛ ma ɔsɛ ɔde fa mesafo mpo ɔnye bi wo yɛ a dɛm yimpa na ɔma soma ɔman no ɔsɛ na adwama no sika ɛna wɔde bɛɛ ma wɔde awo no a ɔma soma ɔman no free na yɛ wɔyɛ dodo.
All right.
Mami mfa nsi ha.
But I say, Mami mfa yi wa ha. Yami last caller, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. All right. Could you peja wundi, ma'am? Aye.
Yo. Minya Usman. Fact. State attorney. Medini ho yaw pa. Medini ho yaw. Se so bienti abai sika. 60% 40% na kanane ashi. 40% na ashi. Ene na man for baby sika o. Amount for baby sika papa. Because we di na we 60% and for so na abani nya. Ono ne dia. Ana meboa. Ono esa mu hwe. No mu sa asem na okan de onya ika. Nya tie. Because what do you see? Can it be? Yes, if you are the 40%, that's a minute.
All right.
Jessica, and yeah, for 40% be
massive. That's it. All right, for now, Ebusamin to me pick call bill for now. Later on, Mabana me bubu ya humanatum na wonso abembe. Enti ya message from 0244743143 0244743143 na for messages in the fafa. Ya text message, another WhatsApp message. Ya text message, another WhatsApp. Fabra. As well, we are also streaming live on Facebook. Into join in on Facebook and so now leave your comment. Makan meze. I'm a head teacher, Alfred Kingate. In fact, Mihunacha papa. Head teacher. Akwaba.
Yenya.
Na Eroko Abanazi.
Oh, me secretary.
Secretary. Oh, okay.
Secretary.
Okay. But bibi aye boko.
Yaminado.
Unse boko zi.
Oh, boko.
Ah, okay.
Boko.
Okay. South today.
Oh, uncle my south is bonibia anya ha.
Okay.
Bibia godo party so yogo zamado kakankra dama. Wa no ko so moba ha cher na jumedi binti.
Okay.
Normal. Yedi nkra na akwana ba.
Okay.
Nti nyame na adoma asisia jumedi na abofom kakra. Ya start.
Appointment ana.
Oh, be in appointment is na yanu me wan kasabu Father Kastle no tell nezim bombe me nwa blow nzi yenda na ya appointment ya party adwuma ya yegodo.
We that's it. Akwaba so.
Yenia
Akwaba. Father Kastle.
Yeah.
Akwaba.
Yeah.
Oswa o me feel that cry. Say cry dey ekwara ba me dey. Bibia aye you apay. Obi ba say pay. Nti me feel. Many a head teacher. But me, our in Saudi would the ombe. Marty today was a call forestry saying for you.
Forestry Commission. Economist, Macadam of Forestry Commission.
Oh, they say
economist.
Appointment to the
No, NDC doesn't believe in square pegs in round holes. We don't do that.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm cover pegs. Pegs or that is a round hole. Now, what do you say? Square pegs what round?
Yeah.
Maybe I will call. No, your square. This your square. Yeah. Or your rectangle. This your rectangle.
But Bibi I will call it.
Yes, now tomorrow.
Yes, I see.
Ozacha.
Okay.
Na Michio Ejesuman. I see you Kastle FM, which one is so cool. Minya Bracus, Michano. Na Michia Alfred Kangate. Minya Bakope. There's a wrong political party. One co party, Papa Cra Alfred, Sawadrin. Na ma Minchi Tifoso. When I in was one if had to have taxi drivers, truck drivers, private drivers. Our quit one. Ahen you teach your bibia in Sheffield man you go NDC or man paying John Mahama and Ghana or man paying abedi chira ozika no ye besia Professor Jane na no poko agreement na answer na the penny we na onye we film man to
yes
or corner na osabarma or Cristiano doctor if you also memenda no call panafest kezi juma sonko na mami fi ekitechi commander ekitechi daze nti na consider na safata da obo kofie na ozo ho akachre nti mem consider no kofie ye nya ye kan akọ kechie commander ahemfo na na oketechi the 8th audincha sonko zi kofie na oyanyije no oyanyije nyande de wo hwa ya hwena nkanka na fi commander in the central region ezi wo hwa ya hu the first female vice president oyem fantin na office central region na oye commanding nti michia my brother Enoch justice appear na mo boss ohima akos church of Bibia
where I see ohima show it's an catch up all right
neda mo kwan nchaja mo no mo kwan kakra
ayo but I see coming top of the day to you. I am an avid listener of your popular program Memano Hodo. Even though I sometimes disagree with your views, I can say without any equivocation that your positive neutrality regarding this program is not in doubt. Keep it up, and Crash at the Sada. And Crash, thank you very much. Medasi Pade, also Abribia Ete Jumezi, Medasi Bebre. Now, you go into the conversation. Head teacher, and the reporter the Ghana's public debt dropped by 139 billion Ghana cedis in the first half of 2025. Now, Ghana's total public debt stock declined by 139 billion Ghana cedis in the first half of 2025. According to the latest report from the Bank of Ghana, the debt stock fell from 752.1 billion Ghana cedis at the beginning of the year to 618.0 billion by the end of June, despite marginal uptick from 612.1 billion recorded in May. This significant improvement in the country's fiscal position is as a result of the government debt trajectory, aided by currency stability, normal GDP growth, and restrained domestic borrowing. However, external debt continues to dominate the country's liabilities, putting pressure on foreign reserves and exposing the economy to exchange rate and interest rate risk. Yenzin Komo, are you good news, Anna?
I'm going to share it's for Kastle in Abri. Or your MPP, Amayo Kumba, or Cape Coast South and North. Polling station executives, literary coordinators, constituency officers, regional officers, national officers. You know, yeah, all presidential aspirant where you in him. Ethiopia, Michel Brother Casford. I'm going to Michel was on your black house now. Or your producers, Ejuma Funina, na Ejuma Ura. Or honorable Jeku Donko, Michel Papa. kwamna oye asama oye asamde sebe ezekaw na sa ekaw no do yadan otwa no chede na adesuo bi mpo oyeden we fi wodo nti oye asam papa na mmom ankwamna finance minister oye honorable Atoforson da bia makade se aban sesana aban foforo ba aban wasa aban another omambu no continuous ehwedam ekawye no that we are oye previous government ni initiatives are oye because intum agwamentum gancham de 7 months abani be ngani 7 months abaze na waye ma ekaw no that agwa ga timase abani abaze na waye ma ekaw no that in America there and actually minority in parliament wants to about out there honorable finance minister on give credit to oye MPP aban but kwamna Ghana for ekaw no do na wato no mama me no to na zo wokotokra ba no aba impact no benya
kawa oman ne di oya adesua de oman no do no sa no ditu a ye ma me wokotokra ba no onya no ho mfoso bia
ana kwa na megina hi metina hi Ghana yan kaw no da atew mokoko je wokotokra ba na mokoto tomatoes a ekaw no do wato no ba affect tomatoes na ma tomatoes no so no bo abofuma
so your debt on your impact on the economy anamebua and economy affect everybody
economy ni ya abade economy ni chirede ukotokum ayede anamebua economy anya abade yeni anu ndisifo wo me yeta ase de se inyi sika ukotokum a memba ka GDP samo memba ka inflation samo engatimase enti economy no ayeda no enda mnyulu kasei ankwamna wo sister stations oya wo bo apro woko market kumase na ade wo kabisa abobroshi fu na ade spare one water spare part na ade de economy tre what's more time not enti se bia mai dollar wo di business enda mnyulu kasei eco bank de ka per dollar da ka business a inya enso na do dan kwa kufado no time ina dollar no ho no webu efe bebi ala ebenya bi na nabo na no yeden owoso anamboa but inde per dollars a business a inya enti da menyimpan da me sika na no da atse no anada e kaw na no da abefom no aba impact obenya wono do because of pesika da ye adwuma onya akamra he menyur kasei dam e kaw na no da atse no Echo my joy online ibohu de Ghana's debt increased from $49.1 billion to $59.4 billion in less than 6 months.
That is the external debt.
Yes. And Katmasi, it's NDC Azibia Wally Yano or your cosmetic and Yaman Wally. A cosmetic one can acquire in Chagana fu. One can acquire in Ghana fu, one can acquire in chain. But in Kobe do back can acquire that chain. And sana ye face reality. Share. And can you there? And this what about promise in Yamabri. In Yama promising us what do you go aquema? In economy no, Obejanando pa ye. Equal us a national apprentice program. And your budget this year, and the budget of what mana. We're trying 300 million Ghana cedis. Atata. It's when you can say 21 million. No, we release Ama. What we release for this apprenticeship program. You was 7th month too. Share program it today, Edmura. What targeted there and our budget wasn't should mean 100 million Ghana cedis. Sika we release am 34.5 million. ya was 7th month afino oluko wanyen agric for damon ko kwanketsen na adi anupo dan wo release fans bi amon ntenko ko no wan yelbo ko brunya nketese nkukwe nka wa abama nkukwe ya nya no ma wole ya akase ma brunya ye benya bi yawe nkukwe no wan 0 Women's Development Bank nka dem last month was at wakalanche up to now 0 one release any funds for Women's Development Bank won't release it.
The budget no will quote sika demon won't release this can
won't release this bia 0 1 million coders nkakai no so 0 no so budgeter sika wo twa to 100 million Ghana cedis and the 0 one for one cedi mpom fam kwai coders no fam kwai 24-hour economy onu mpo na oyem yewi 24-hour economy no so 0 one for sika ala nkwai big push kwam na enda mnyuru kase abane be nka nyim da order any contract na finance minister edo kagina parliament ole ka media budget eno oka bibi na oyem hu kakra ase wa award contract from Winneba Junction to Takrade anamwa
yeah, part of the big push project obey
na damo contract na do dan kwa kufado wa award man na mnyuka say ayeta mnyuka say wa start wolujuru if Winneba leba elibo gwaya wejuru apam na nya wejuru kwano wojuru kwano a
wejuru apama
enyo
because the last time I visited that was somewhere in April no
last week I'm if you can wejuru there we expand akwano na from Kastle the ba Winneba nka no pozana no wo gudo wole we ye adwuma na nkasa ana wo ye feel Kastle to Winneba
I know
nti dama contract na so wa award na ana akwa de we anofi engata say enti mese endi saban settings ngotion oya settings but my brother me da bia na makan de yenyim NDC dadaw onye NDC nya aban fofora ma na wa be goda o abe godo dadaw nti yenyim one other obey he ndam nyuka say aha e no da to no mpocho boko akunu weje ankamna boko akunu weje akun ndesi ano ekunu wa ba webedu kumase webedu kumase and yenya certain a president otsinodi he says John Dramani Mahama or the boko or the politics or to make Ghana for you catch one there send this wa bema boko kunsiwo MPP babema na ekuso na mpocho endam nyuka say MPP na etan bem boko youth asan wa ba out abaka what say within 7 months of NDC go batina do nyimpa almost 500 na wewu oboko crisis
within 7 months
yes
500
oh yes youth boko youth ni every one statement na within 7 months oh mananado na 8 years asi yimpa 30 nanado 8 years oh boko issue no yimpa 30 awoba 7 months almost 500 nkofo 500 wewu because of boko iti yanka yale tuma yanka no kwar yenje propaganda yeye enta kwa mna da America na sambapa nkata say but credit no one farmer nyimpa credit no san ana one farmer because NDC one bakan chire na another a finance minister bakan chire adza oyai initiatives bi odututu akwema onomdo ma that
why the NPP would demand for credit say abeni be say God within this period enyama jigu ya nkobekra abeni na want to nyome yi but any time na say enoma akosora and enoma ejine ya why should the credit be given to you whilst you are not in administration
anko amne she nyimpa bia ya za kenwu de en static entina half ebo anambwa eboko obi baba eboko na obi baba no yimpa no ba awo ze eje no han mark eje wo han ana yimpa no be den obo twedo inta awo ze credit yimpa na wo ze na ezere ba no wo so ayeden happen nka tama se na wala be na la mba yehwe inti yimpa no ze na wo na no so credit kakra ze mama no so no emfa man na mmom ele kada manyimpa no ye to wo mum awo mum na ebe ye
but what do this significance of economic turnaround somehow we but now we are seeing something different. And why should the abeni offer you maybe ngwa akwema nka by now you do there
and me be said about no dey gwa akwema Kastle atofo senol kasan about no so go akwem akwam na MPP da bia ya kan yo ya wa bem ya kan de economy no masima onam de economy no osa yenye yenyima do no economy no osa memma yamfa nyama nsie yenyim
even as no economy no osa
covid Russia Ukraine war anu no man ye na economy no ojinjai ya kan ya na ye nanu men dis for say yaboa anamboa enda menyu kase Muntala Muhammad o said munyim why an minister wa akwa abrochi we tum we ka gina wa aka de covid na Russia Ukraine war no o affect omani important o video ente nkata say but yen no wo giya propaganda wa kasa ya de ya no even John Mahama he says it's number kabi.
There's also an argument that yes, even the COVID obenya impact, but through the COVID is sikabe.
Ankwamna.
COVID in sikabe.
Sikabe.
Yes. Yes.
But me say oh, ankwame sika na ya nyina. Sika tum ya nyina.
But if the COVID obese the economy, bibia is COVID. Argument in there. COVID no money sikabe ya that same economy the misika no could have leveraged the economy.
Ya COVID sika ya obeyi na je moframa no wo private school. Nka wan enjoy a school feeding anamboa. And so because of COVID into I enjoy school feeding. Private schools across the nation. But you anaska na wo twai. Onyeska ya COVID ya obeyi na ye nuanom ameme ye na me cheche manko school na me trefie wontua makao COVID necessary we ye adwuma because of one risk in azinyan ye dem COVID ska bia na what twa wankao yenye ska all right but ska so you see ye COVID no adwuma na la infection center wo sibi wo interbetin away enye dem ska na bi what sisi entimunia COVID ne ben no oboho money or your fact.
But how you also handle the economy so am more money. Then to me for nya COVID ana.
Oh, man kada me nya COVID o. Messi from 2016 yadze ba 2020 bojo. Ena economy no not today. Na economy is very good.
Ti abakara me NDC fun so je na oba bocho na economy.
Oh yes. Good. Admitted.
Okay.
Atmase. Ina yanso yaba burden on it. But COVID ni nya be sham no na economy started there. Only I'm a foreign country see when president Nado Bebre. What president Nado Bebre there? Eshe ni initiative another nyama other attack COVID na. Oye very positive what president wo. Damana mbazembo bueno. Nkata say because yenyim nkofo COVID ka na yenyim normal of nkofo owui.
Alright.
Other countries. Ghana munkade nkofo wi but eshe yen nkofo owui na because of yan nyama yedu to akwemnity nyama yeden or stabilize man iti munia amema say oye de yan kawo yede no why then wa ba the Ghana fo iyi or cosmetic yan ready there say wonya abani nya start there or give out contract or or started all use sika ye make sure yan ho ase there account de onyada oboko obe zero
teacher me that
bi baba kan yan
better say Father Casford Mintil MPP was say one for the credit in form because the foundation of what building what is share the economy though one time no when to win the abanibi but then they abana so ma wo government worry 2D on inti one for bibia ngo akwambia yo that is why we experiencing this.
Iya sama wode yebogu na ya touching border do send no call biara nyim na mo hunu for support that ye be sam repo na yezi ho nkomo hwe aban papa ba na edwuma kra wa yezen wa mahama amembum a obia mpede obeye ye ebeka sama amayoku MPP aban papa bo ndwuma ebu nkofo won ho to but
ndwuma ebu
efro obi da omda meye edwuma wa mahama abani mu a don ka chiche edwuma ipako ne baye
Faraka meba nyawtem e ka sem I want clarification
esi ndwuma ebu
bi wa
anan kokon ngetingeti hu
awahin nkokon ngetingeti awahin
the farming project okwodi hu
nkokon ngetingeti awahin
rice project okwodi hu go to Bonga half northern region
ihu wa chance da ben
ihu
wa chance da ben
esi ndwuma ebu construction work okwodi hu
okay
na edwuma wa yezin papa wo John Dramani Mahama Ghana amembum yakrope no biaso mpeda obeye dem adwuma anyi de ebeja to me de me beka sama amayoku MPP nobody want to do that intiminua Alfred mpoyem hu sesika hin okaji o I mean 1 billion Ghana cedis an hour da menka sama men communicate ma MPP men yada hotel conditions or house rent or struggle. Man, economies worldwide are susceptible to shocks. Economies are susceptible to shocks, either exogenous shock or endogenous shock. So they should stop the blame on COVID-19 and Russian-Ukraine war. They should keep quiet on that. Russian-Ukraine war, COVID-19 in opposition. It don't want to blame Russian-Ukraine war. It don't want to blame COVID-19. Mr. Yim Foswa was a brown one. Economy biara zekawo, obiara baka. US wo baka. France, UK obiara babasa zizijuma. The capital project. But abaniya wo botwemekwe no kwa no so babasa. But try it out there giant amembu tan wo there giant there. Ghana 100 Ghana cedis revenue yenya wo manum onam bosa do ananado bueno yezinemu 70 Ghana cedis editua hene ko debt servicing obligations na 30 Ghana cedis in okano for instance that trade you may focus asupiti car na nkeka na aniya amembo ojijan e count no was so dodo a sika ejijibia editua ka na otwemfeyin de e kawana na do bwen onyi threat na se joma ma ye nhihye ma e kawana bofom kra na won foso a owo ma taxi driver school full teachers inye baze me na Alfred gate ye fa bibi per capita debt se Ghana kawana na do bwe guyan no don say richer we fa ibenyen ni per capita debt no. And it was more than 30,000 Ghana cedis per capita debt. And per capita debt in here high to the extent that every 100 Ghana cedis, Alfred, is almost 70 to go to your work. It affects your ability to save. It affected savings. It also affected investments. And it brought debt burden. Oh, Ghana for Canada. No concern in there. The appreciation of the Ghana cedi. Now, Ozzy Yana Kauno Ayaden Abafum. And a one no Ozzy Ghana cedi Zifi 17 Ghana cedis, 18 Ghana cedis is about 10 Ghana cedis to $1. Now, one another did them claiming one another. And now do if you do na cedi to the dollar, no yes, 10 cedis to $1 or 17 Ghana cedis to $1. And you need just 10 Ghana to get $1. And or John Dramani Mahama member Upokwa Jiman or head of economic management team. No why demonstration my young debt atu. Inti or claiming as mama on my pain, John Dramani Mahama NDC a member. Now, us yen external debt is increasing. Okoti Joy, and sadly, you also accepted it. Joy FM quoted said it when the Ghana's external debt has increased from 56 point something debt. That is a lie, palpable lie, and I think he has to do the honorable thing by retracting that statement. I know because Joy income will be biara. Osana say, "Who see the new appreciate and dollar is depreciating now? How can your external debt denominated in dollar be increasing? What is the logic here? The Ghana cedi is appreciating, the dollar is depreciating.
Does that mean
and our debt?
Does that mean our external debt cannot increase?
He said our external debt has increased.
Yes.
The government has not gone to borrow. Hasn't gone to borrow.
But
so how did the debt increase?
The World Bank discover. Yeah, a facility from World Bank.
Please Google it because Joy FM has. I mean, how can your cedi be appreciating? The dollar is depreciating, and your debt is denominated in dollars. And you are saying that dollar now was in conformity. What public debt in Rokoso? I mean, I don't get it. So we need to give the credit to John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. We have done all these things. You are claiming there or a debt restructuring. Now, as a reduction in public debt is about. Is it true? Is it a debt restructuring, the haircuts, the debt exchange program? No, that is what MPP is hinging on there. Or you want to share Ozzy 1 million kono abafum. I hope that is the claim. Ejesuman, no quality is our welcome. Them debt restructuring was shall say that. It was more than 3 years ago. Nana now to kafa haircut, debt cut is a bed. Now you cut debt cut now. One, what's out? Wow, bond, 2 bonds, Euro bonds, bond market, capital market. You know, say in order as 1 year you do them a corner or extended duration. Them is 5 years both ya. Ibium principal. Si kana kaso baji if you win so just 100 that. Awesome mas kawa anti 20 more 50. Interest also or cutting down and extended the payment. Now this is the haircut. How can this bring about Ghana's public debt? When the entire public debt, the debt restructuring started 3 years ago. It started 3 years ago. After 4 years in Manal Bakade, or your haircut 3 years ago. So why didn't the debt to GDP decrease in 2021? Bra, why your haircut in a debt restructuring? Why did the public debt not decrease at that time? Egezuman, more statistics were had it because I believe in data as a student of economics. 2019, the total public debt of Ghana stood at 434 billion Ghana cedis. Out of this, 52% of this constituted the external debt, and 48% constituted domestic debt. Into public debt, bra a haircut debt restructuring, it was 234. Fast forward 2020, the public debt rose from 315 billion Ghana cedis, and the external one constituted 49%, domestic 51%. So did it decrease or increase? You were doing the haircut because almost claimed or your debt restructuring. No one public debt in Abofum. So at the time of your debt restructuring, you had a public debt of 234 billion. Even when you go to 2021, the total public debt was 363 billion. 2022, 448 billion. It's been increasing. You see the increase. Then 2023, 608 billion. Then June 2024, 742 billion Ghana cedis. So all these years, Amabube, na nanado, or your haircut. As I'm saying that, so your one haircut now. Or than a reduction in Ghana's public debt as early as 2022. But no, it was increasing. And I've given you the trajectory. You can challenge me on that. 2, they're also saying that one cannot cause because of depreciation of Ghana cedi. It is true. On the two economy basa. But in this, we are claiming that it is the prudent management of the economy that has seen appreciation of the local currency that has brought about a reduction in public debt. Or your exchange rate depreciation now are too forcing, while resting, while stopping. No, on no one Ghana and no that so. Or saying that our debt is denominated in dollar. And that is why 2024, the debt was 761 billion. And and then even 28 August, yes, 761 billion, I want to give another. But now, the debt is around 500 or 400 billion or so. It has gone down by 150 billion. This is due to the exchange rate appreciation. And who's behind the exchange rate appreciation? This is due to the inflow, the gold board. Dollar now is about money. So MPP cannot say that or a debt restructuring, and therefore we should give credit to them. I mean, you have mismanaged the economy. And in opposition, you now want to claim credit. The haircut. It is not true that the haircut is responsible for the haircut. It is the prudent management of the economy. This government is not borrowing.
So it's not true that some decisions by the previous government will take key that the debt restructuring and then haircut, and a when your impact and the
not at all.
So these two arrangements, only impact on our debt.
Ezekiel, or they check on in there. Na catch them the one watch into motion or china. Ejesuman, on my work a corner a generator. Is the call tenses, my bad imagine Missika. Now, so one watch, oh, them to mention next week, remember Badge. Maybe next week, Ejesuman, work on night 10 citizens, no detua. That is what we are talking about. Look, when you go to Joy News, www.myjoynews.com, it reports that the cedi appreciation slashes Ghana's public debt by 10%. Even the cedi appreciation alone, by 10%. And I'm not the one saying this is from Joy News, and you can Google it. And look, data from back of Ghana even reveals that the NPP inherited a public debt of 120 billion at the beginning of 2017. And now, as at February 2024, this public debt had rose to $53.1 billion. So, ebe magic in a way ya. One abed no. A county den to manto. I wanna ya magic no. Isi a member or manner no. And a county the anto. Never position na. At one point how I manage your position. Namaka kade. Or yame na mama. Our friend a county that. Why didn't the public debt reduce when another was ruling this economy? So I am submitting that it is the strong cedi appreciation, the gold board, the judicious use. You see, President Mahama is not borrowing. He is doing prudent management of the scarce resources, making good use of the resources that we have in this country. He's not doing reckless borrowing.
Okay.
He's not renting private jets and doing sky bath. He's not spending on National Cathedral $97 million. You spent $97 million. Now, President Mahama has not spent that amount of money. How can the public debt be increasing? How can? We've also seen a show up in revenue.
All right.
Mobilization. So, a kawa and another because of auto-2 shut there 7 years time, 4 years time. Man, John Mahama will say in public debt here. He's earning the debt obligation aspect.
Yeah, start our obligations.
Yes,
because
bond holders. I'll give you the data.
Okay.
Bond holders have been paid. Domestic bond holders. I mean, I think the media budget we the minister gave us the statistics. I will look for it and give it to you.
But I don't know or arrangement or before
Which arrangement?
Before MPP was
who made that
domestic
arrangement?
bondholders were paid.
Who made that arrangement?
The Nado government.
But they say the Nado government that brought about the haircut policy.
And I may say.
They say the Nado that brought the domestic debt exchange.
Yes.
Yes. On to mean when
so maybe.
Yes.
The issue is different. I say now the government is paying domestic bond holders. Obey wash and see China make that is not factually correct because the MPP government started paying those payments, before I started worry free so or you continuous or
you or my win and another ne cousin.
Say the external debts in a way to us and
I'm talking about the domestic.
Yes.
I'm standard. Your mind now former chief justice is this Sofia Akufo or cost strike or mine. Only the pensioners.
Yes.
And I do. Into so no chase kind of bandana pensioners what demonstration.
Okay. Father Kastle.
There's expenditure cut. The expenditure cut has brought about a reduction in public debt. Look, we are governing this nation with only 60 ministers.
Okay. May I say, hey, Alfred. No, your time is up. May I say, hey, Alfred. Yes.
Father Kastle, no, I am a slow. As you are governing this country with, how many ministers? 60 ministers. 60 ministers.
Yes.
How many CEOs? And I'm new say. Nanado dan kwa kufado, na time. Ne last 4 years. Ne yenyi deputy regional minister nambwa.
Yes.
And I'm new say. Eko. The deputy regional minister ne portfolio. Ne akutia. Ne naza. What ama presidential staffer. Well, every region. Why no operational
presidential staff operational
in charge of operations. Well, RCC bia o maimu. Engata say drip and another bay or the bay. In the drip oshanda CCMA. Anambwa in the your national drip coordinator. Your national drip coordinator. What one office? Wo no so afage my fo won ase. Eba regional your drip coordinators. Eba constituency your drip coordinators. It is a catch me there. I have system ministers into ministers. It's not only about ministers. What CEOs now? I do not afar. At the time, settings, crocodile John, what was Bugana for? But young one, and that I say, you see, this bond holders here, El Kamasemi, this former Chief Justice. Answer obey the demonstration no. Nature no. Yenya minister finance minister wa amaka there. Wanye bond holders in Asia, ma wonyo na discussion ma. We determine the payment planner or the homo. The last budget Amina anta. Ana ofana Amina anda mewa.
Yes.
Okay. Also pronounce the why eya to wa obe end this year. What could I end this year? Finance minister at to force the ban 1 year any plan to a plan or the water though. And what started the Woluchians and I got to a bar and this is about the bar beam.
I remember that the third payment was 6.1 billion in August 2024.
Yes. It is for the password check who books ye. And Kata say it's and say a man credit. A permanent credit and Kata say, but Ghana full when you there and another down Kwakufado Naban, Olokono, or then she shared the goo a quema, the men she shadow, and an end is for Abota, Ejina Dazriaden, as is the Juma, and Kata say, it's them a mechano, as a counters of what work on the Twa. Hallelujah. But there is danger ahead of us as a nation. Because waka there Jomama bay on Bobu Sebiala Jomama bay on Yiske Biala. But if say was start today project will be start all about koda then na Ghana for in some baba no nka ma say nti Father Kastle me mpede paint a picture there ye gina he His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on Bobo Sano de Fiabim. It's oh Nyabutal into the message. The reality no Obaba. And Katima say reality no Baba. And reality no Baba na there. You start there contractors one moon you we start there yes see school done yes see hospital agenda one and menyuka say wa kaka kan romi you start there you tuan kaw na wa continue then you bomu there yan debt no besan wa then wa kosu bio nka atema se nti sisia no Ghana fu yanze wa atwene but amme metina ha eze binyim there ichu mu koden den debt no bi ba ba ka ho abani bi anyo obaba ose onolo mbobusa busa de bobo na eza yeden eza yedwuma za MPP yakache NDC there abobusa but yehu aza eze busa na eze yeden eze ye me yakanyi inya na yambusa yagbeyi aza yeda ye no oho oye physical aza oho anambwa bojo drip machine si ye just ka kotwe bojo onsu ho
it's a patch NDC time John Dramani Mahama busa wo boy wan fan ye hwe ehu ade a wode busa ni wode ye
man kada wan fan ye hwe o mamre kiran de azed ye no tunidi na ye nteye azed ye no tunidi na ye nteye enta na amija hemre kamedo ya ye agenda 111 kwame suma ni poche ihu bi agenda 111 ihu bi
so I hear na we commission me you agenda 111 you were doing it when we na we free do and am boy
oh ebe
Father Kastle be said but agenda 111 was ongoing
ongoing where
na akwamra yan minister yan former minister deputy minister of local government or MP or Ashanti region BB oh me efinizin kakra me
well MPP abredo
enyo
okay
kitezin oh the project be sin enyo do last I mean the February March no mu even okọ Western region agenda 111 okoye no videos the bed that we bibia even a bed bibia wom but na on your operation light me ye finizin o am your there enka tama say it is a tennis na enyim there ya agenda 111 that's your problem but anko na sabe ikro na agenda 111 wom no nka yimpete ho won why then we hu that agenda 111 kodo anko na 1D1F studio aya one journalist ya wo ze chi wo ko commission bebre wo central region even ewutu senya hoi presenter ka homo kwai manela mpo bay obetena ha yeden mpeda mu bo presenter nizin
because do ebotu abo ndi kwekwa hin aka no wo kwai
aka ho wo kwai enka ta se enti se ya yede ma di nyina na se aba abotu na se sisia no entry do for now but Timo point about then about you another be your project. Hallelujah. But young can with the debt no on the Obasan widen or console. Since your uncle sent your uncle in your day. And this abandon bay on my contract biala. On your project biala. And this is 7 months of NDC on your project biala. And that's the gospel truth.
All right. May I see. So, Father Kastle, the domestic bond holders, the government started raising the coupon or paying the coupons. The first coupon was 2.3 billion, was paid in August 2023. The second one was 5.9 billion in February 2024. And the third tranche of coupon was 6.1 in August 2024. Inti ekade banana worutia. It is factually not correct.
Yes. Why is one district, one factor, what shall working room? 6 months here will feel good.
Monka one district, one factor. Message agenda 111.
Yo, into man fandom. Agenda 111, 6 months will feed working room. Wire forest. My father me sit 10 or 30 seconds of my time, or 1 minute of my time. Or mention 10. Agenda 111 project working room. Omo bokrun music.
It's a particular agenda. One project was a scam or
what? Head of Mongo, Maka Scammer, Mongo, Mamma,
Yending Como.
Okay, Intentum, so I know quite. I'm some more minutes into. Messi expenditure cut. No, the public debt from North Fantastic because the Mama is working with 60 ministers and CEOs. Okada Master. Ejesuma. Nsi Nanado Obuman with 120 ministers and 98 ministers, 100 ministers. Not only CEOs are now. Nanado didn't have CEOs of EPA, NPA, Mustafa Hamidia, no, was the Kenyan court. Was he not CEO? So it means Nanado governed this nation.
Hey, Alfred, allow him to speak.
So it means President Akufo-Addo governed this nation with that gargantuan number of ministers plus CEOs. So that is fact. So here, say well, banning nurses are a project in opposition carry back for document. Fabra, because you're handing over nothing here or nothing so. Here, may catch your mom obeys on mind do. In the first 4 years, Messi, oh man, a trouble gas plant, Western Regional, Kajetia Market, Kotokoma Market, E-Blocks, Terminal 3, right? Circle Dubai, whole airport, Kumasi Airport, Tama Port expansion, University of Health and Allied Sciences, University of Environment and Sustainable Development. Or will you allow me to talk?
Yeah, I will tell you, friend. I will tell.
Na project na Akufo-Addo yen onu kotokum ska no also why onu kotokum ska no odutia pache meba momo kwene ntuma mbobo inti chede what's why your project o na se yenhu se kraso se chebio se walo na don project wa yenhu kwa make dwoma ama new project a memo bia ekwa ebo hu project no look dam abani a wotwem kwe se ekado ya membu tan wo wankofo nten ase. Between June 2024 and August 2024, na debiara na nadu babosa 207.61 million Ghana cedis. Na debiara obodama ka no odoto debiara no obodama ka no. To the extent that research is telling us that our public debt in just 2 months increased by 19.1 billion. Now, but I'm coming here, that when she said, be a year no ma, Ghana public debt in Abafum. In the Mukana, where Debian Buano, or my and a corner Quasso, another my and a corner then, or Kofum, Alfred Gatti. And see, there, and as I'm now out to actually a telephone. From 1957 to 2017, he had a car 120 billion. If you don't, if you 120 billion is that over 700 billion. That's a year bonsi into America. Our public debt today to GDP. And she share papa, papa Benti is a fee debt to GDP is a fee 61.8% as of December 2024 to 43.8% June 2025. Aban papa mbaya.
Merasi. Ebusa mamen kanu message the domestic bond payment na ote pa ote.
Thank you. Thank you. Ejesuma. Yanko fi asankra workers there. John Mahama is not spending. And I'm over. Oh yes. What's John Mahama is not spending? But also reach out to me there. Mutu economy na Mahama susu etuebi. If you are settling your public debt or debt obligations, does it not amount to spending?
All right. Okay.
It amounts to spending.
But Eddie, to me, there it was the coupons was started paying by the previous government. Coupons again. The domestic bond holders, coupons was started. The MPP government paid 3 coupons and San Wilfrey Abenum.
Well, I will check, but you check.
But men can say on part of you raise a false aid, then I brought out you don't want to accept. Okay, may I say? I just to my may I say? Me come more for all messages in the bra. Now I mean can be exactly 5 minutes past 4. So I mean can message me na yanko in train no hombra CCR. It is good from Mensa Obolo. Mensa, what is good? Nti able to match your damn eye. Mensa Obolo, but I say. Oh, Blackus, Shawazi mum na all home. All right. Make sure what's up there. Nemso Ababa cancer na menkan. I'll say again, it is not expenditure cut that has brought Ghana's debt down. It is also a big lie because you borrowed money from the country and it is a debt. How does that got to do with appointment of ministers? Okay. I got to, may I say. Good afternoon, I'm Richie. Mr. Host, please, to be honest with you, you are supposed to correct the MPP man because it seems he didn't listen to the media budget. Your MPP members are claiming and by force agenda insisting that the government is not spending and they are to forcing Kim and outlining the various spending. How can you say what he said isn't true? If they want to take every accolade, so be it. If it's bad incidents, then it is for NDC. I actually can't think far. Yeah, Makanu messaging, but come now, please tell the MPP man that some of us are not ignorant. How can your external debt go high when your local currency is appreciating? Our debt is in dollars when $1 was 17 cedis. Today we are using 10 to pay for the same debt and you are saying the debt has increased. Doesn't he know exchange rate differentials? Okay. That's a do analysis. Hey, I'm not traded. Nana. Nana, you know, say about me na meta say I would no or ya bakasa ba meta say. NPP, give us a break. NPP, we are tired of you. NPP King Kwa Boga and Kafufi. You Boga, but I say. Good afternoon, Mr. Suman. Like how is this magic or what? Suddenly, all state institutions have started making profits. Wow. Aban Papaba, Kamina MPP will organize a press conference right to say they did. Anyway, it's loud and clear inside Tenase car wash from Honorable Kwade Kakomodo. Yechia Tenase car wash funina the way atum. Is the topic about Boku conflict, market women, amongst others, dollar scarcity, just to mention a few. Good question, Kwame Suman. The same NPP said the economy was in good shape when they were leaving office. Alfred Kingati is saying the same economy was in shambles. Masa, these same NPP touted elite messed up the country, whereas the illiterate are revamping the country. NPP will spend at least 50 million years in opposition. Ghanaians are now disappearing. Okay. Wrong from right. My MPP are just liars and wouldn't make heaven. Aim high from Elmina. Aim high, may I say. How are you? Keep on doing the work for Cape Coast. But sometimes I don't understand NDC about what they are saying. They should work for Ghanaians. That is the reason why we voted massively for you. So work, okay? From Richard Akotoche. And then this last one here, Young Comra. Please come. Good afternoon. The project the NDC man was mentioned was under Anklata. President Mahama haven't done anything to Ghanaians. NDC propaganda party with propaganda secretary from KKBK. KKBK have a project, the Kotokwaba project, and Iban project. Okay, this last one here na Yankombra. Good afternoon, Mr. Suman. The MPP man should come again on the economy. Medasi. I Kastle 90.3 FM man hodo. Ma messages in good but Ridge Royal Hotel Semin Kencho the Warrior Kids Club Abba. On it and they from 5 years to 16 years. One more another they go through tailored activities to suit their different age. And activity days in the first Saturday of every month, and then special sections during school holidays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Ridge Royal Hotel. Game and our programs outline be educational games, hotel facility tour, swimming lessons, cooking and baking, music, dance, drama and public speaking activity, career development and leadership skills, monthly birthday celebrations for registered members. Walk-in per session in 50 Ghana cedis, annual membership in year 480, and half-year membership in year 270. Or a family more than one, another one more special 5% discount off. For Ridge Royal Hotel, it was 0312 003222 and 0501672908. Telecel, exciting news about Amo on it and the more data, same price. Telecel bundle allocations have been reviewed and now offer 10% more data at the same old price. In addition, your favorite 400 Ghana cedis data bundles allocations has increased from 190 gigabytes to 250 gigabytes and does not expire. Simply dial *700# or *530 to access a variety of unbeatable data deals on Telecel. Telecel, connecting energies. Bamuncha Mombra, Eba, Ebezi Inkomo on the NPP flag bearership race nominations. Wait. Who will be the next flag bearer of NPP? I'll be back.
Hello, Ejumaku schools. Ensure Ankran Krubiara Waped Wakoto. Ana trip Biaran. Kastle Transport Abamawan. Kastle Transport Car Rentals. The buses are papaba. Watama hey swa ebuni ekumebi. One disappoint so. Nenda minti akwentu biara da wonenyimen. Come for Kastle Transport Mawan. When Ejuma Cape Coast call all the regions. Buses need now see a full aircon with qualified drivers. Nenda minti book Kastle Transport Car Rentals this year. Ejuma 24 hours. Ebo the phone. Ishishanu so nyehu. Obeyo fine so. Let them into fresh 0244 406 500 and 0552 490 241. No jinchim. It won't Kastle Transport Car Rentals or Kastle FM. Cape Coast, Johnson Street. Kastle Transport. Welcome to you in a hands Taxi na truck driver say Uber Pragiano Motofu Asam Dobiaba. I'm Goyle, the good news Abba. It's all about Goyle Loyalty Promotion 2025. Say it to fuel and Kotenza. Goyle filling station Biara or Cape Coast. Michelle Pedro Goyle, UCC Goyle, Adisado Goyle, Abiase, Sudo, Bakano Goyle, Abra Stadium Goyle, Namankasim Goyle, Jumaku Goyle, Brahmane Sukuma Goyle, Pura Hosi Siana register. Na Joe Tally card. On Abribia Roboto Fuelen. Well, Markado. So the more you buy, and you're able to win electric appliances, Christmas hampers, fuel coupons, t-shirts and aze. Muhira in the bottle fuel de biara. Goyle na registered. So your chance of winning will increase. Opo wa chedafe. Need the minti for Hosha Goyle Loyalty Promotion imu. Menjao. Goyle. Good energy. Goyle is good energy.
Do you suspect you didn't get the right amount of fuel? Do you have issues about the quality of fuel you bought? Or did you experience bad customer service at the filling station? Don't stress. The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, is here to assist you. Reach out to our call center on 0302 550 380. That is 0302 550 380. or feel free to walk into our office located at Jowolu off the N1 highway or any of our regional offices to make a complaint or inquiry. If you experience any of these at the filling station, you have up to 48 hours to report it. NPA, where customer care meets excellence.
Kastle FM 90.3. We are chat.
All right, we say my minister no more kwa baby o enfamra Kastle 90.3 FM. Memma no hodo jumezi ene eguderite. Father Casford okasa dima NDC demaso na ora Alfred King Gatti nso okasa dima NPP. Kwamna, can't you see how the NPP is struggling to mislead the listeners? Things don't add up with his presentation. It's extremely funny. He should save his breath. Usher Dugan from Mori Junction. The city never go to 17 cities. It's a big lie. And I challenge the finance minister to force in for the Kastle to tell us the year and month. The city go to 17 to $1. Okay. But yanko enenim enfremfri the NPP editor will release a communique or a press conference on their next line of action with regards to the flag bearership, and then we open nomination from now to August. A picky forms are 100,000 Ghana cedis. The filing fee is 500,000 Ghana cedis. Some of the aspirants, even the way you want it to know, Ochemde Sikano Wasur, particularly over Kobene EJ Japan, and that okay say the phone or free day. Maybe a warrior or disadvantage ibinum that they cannot come on board. But finally, we'll be into Afraid. In all, we are talking about 600,000 Ghana cedis, excluding developmental fund.
Yes, when I'm the politics, you know, or is kind of idea. Party no, your party, ne your aban. Party no aban. Na ansa na party bo waba no party na no de oye nyama bia ansa na abana ayeda waba ndam nyuka say your opposition iti say party ni hihye mu no ana party mpanyimfo won hihye mu de 100,000 for picking of the nomination forms na el submit to say 500,000 for me on how again because say all the 276 constituencies now about to the mabano nkata say electoral commission across the country one year venture printing of ballot papers nyama bebre even delegate na lampo na workoto abana kra no pono their transportation and those stuffs it's am dem painful what's no one away who there them sikano na was a bar oboboa na yetum ya achieve yen ada yepede ya achieve and the caliber of personalities away you when enyim no for me and I will put el can come into the Kobre Japan waba out abakadam because Kobre Japan are a part of neck atasa or a part of neck until I wonder there Obaba out, but I not right, no can. But as yet na here the Bibi Allen sa. It is a botuma na kababal, manana no can asam. Se botuma babal. Into musuza di kum not no baby, anamawa. Na one opera one botuma babal because mat's there on a book in Japan. What about to be declared there? Olaba. Anamawa. Brian Champion waba Dr. Mahmoud Baumia waba nti se oshona so no luntu me da another no botum wa drop but munia mebe na callers bi ofre ibi na na asemi there yale ye top to down approach the education kakra na oyɛ yetum yema MPP yan elections say the elect yan officers no yan start or presidential ankwame itim presidential elections on your elect officer of the party presidential date what to presidential na banana neck decision when we to take them decision no but I say but elected officers are wo be yedwuma wo party mu wo da bo party no no wo one term of officer odozi ansa na akada olo to no da ba yam police station for wo see one term of office obesi match next year but I say ansa na da ba constituency as aba region as a national and elected officers wo be yedwuma abo party but as for presidential day on the neck to me take decision there the time na pere then yeto that's the reason why what's the bad name there court say me alambu it's no say yato presidential ni wi a na chi yebakwa aka start internal party elections no wo police station yeda aba or national dem not nti mama and get going but you see President Mahama all of the primacy and you go to
Chine.
No, I pick forms now or 200,000. Atasa. Yenzo yain
100,000.
No, obo submit to sir or 600,000.
We're talking about 800.
John Mahama the time. No, I'm going to oloko.
Okay.
And kata say iti my brother always see we and I'm antase one no also see end you no also see end the development fund no you see them Americano party no akonya onya odobo mobilize bibia obotum the support party nalan ono na oleye nkata say because what kind of development fund sikanamis no chedo was be ye bibi wa party no ma oboboa nyanya yedom party oboboa yen iti to me mu de oya okay there and painful so way you na nyim na de ebe wo bi obotum wa then we tua.
So now we are talking about the vice president.
Yes.
Honorable Kennedy Japan, and we make an intention clear.
Yes.
Brian Champon. Honorable Oseyo Educhum
Adenimo
and one of you Comrade Japan. So far six people, yes. And then parting way special delegates Efrimo.
Yes, we
now no what to abana once. Okay.
Once.
Okay.
See oya some papa. Ne ya boto so ye ibi oboba baje Ghana esu.
Oh, okay.
And
do you have anybody in mind?
Oh yes, come here, delegate.
Okay.
And I don't fear them. I support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
So you are bringing Dr. Bawumia?
Oh yes, Dr. Bawumia Norba.
You think that he is the credible person to lead a party?
You see, and 116 in no, Obia credible. 116 in Obia credible. But per yan stance ye gine and party no ni history urban presidential elections ni history no that's one I mean mijina nkata say because obilin to number 2 billion to number 1 no wenya na no ma no ho kwanda onsa no nko bio ma wanse bo wenya ese bo man third chance. Na obi ne odu bi ne zana na ema na krotin yes na enfam ne biu nka no le wa nsisi nka ta say president Kufuor crying okro twice ansa na odu be the president na dan kwa Akufo-Addo okro 3 times ansa na obedi the wedru
that the majority of the delegates will decide that the party doesn't have anything to say.
Oh yes, and the yenye season, but I may be say me na me mrikan me campaign na muzumri yi.
Okay.
And God I say, there I mean me basis am the gina do there or they to me am doctor another chance because obi no yama no kro wan ye ye send ye money another chance otu mayor president. Okay. And so why the doctor so yaman another chance? No so yenyim minim there. Yeah, the damn chance no money biwa obabe.
What out in the way fail on the economic grounds.
We fail on economic grounds.
On economy as vice president. Obua, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. On the aspect of the economy, Nana Addo Ohunde Ozi Dr. Bawumia Reba. On the aspect of the economy,
but
he failed.
Dr. Bawumia so Melikan Obisu Bakara Dr. Bawumia so the first vice president aye huni impact wa benim. Vice president abako ne ye hu any impact, but Dr. Bawumia ye huni impact. Am dem you can say ni initiatives are John Mahama other ye adwuma.
Being is
dam buses ya yellow people yakafe
electronic buses.
Yes. Imagine and the you can say what you for what you do. I want initiative.
Electronic bus is an initiative.
Dr. Bawumia.
Electronic bus, is it a new thing? Is it a novel? Whereby bimbada oye initiative abenibe oruchoda oye huama
manka da bimbado na wala wankasa yetsna heya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obama public announcement there yet the electronic bus seleba abasem na ni sifu wanka waka no doubt that no otum wabum but no when you misu there azen so no ibia electronic buses ibia like electronic car wo hoda do anamwa yan for drone in for example drone one initiative meja Sam George no nya na what's no oyeye enso na you can say Sam George ne obebe minister be ma akwa zip line ho it's a catch the Dr. Bawumia onye vice president ye hu ni impact enkata say fine economy no that me sha asem kan economy no oye 2016 zero call na economy ni ye you do baby na economy no eden osai and admit Dr. Bawumia admit the economy ni yeden onjire ye wan fa we ngwan enhwe ho enkatma say na president Mahama sabi no a certain president ene wotun anambo obabio olusi osani babio olusi na wasan widen we win bia enti azana no a repeat candidate ni baby no oboa enkatma say because in them you can say t-shirt Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oye no 2024 no quantity means the 2028 obey the same quantity because t-shirt it be was system no dadaw atata nti on yet the same quantity no abokawo bebre and part no so lo mbokawo bebre wadam aspect no
okay
eti doctors anana yezo no communities there
nti what for be fufuru bi aba part no bokawo t-shirt ho
oh yes naka oya fact o yeah American oya fact o because oya there and t-shirt to abo t-shirt to aba
okay
and for impopo fra nka there ton yimpa no and oya part of initiative about ton yimpa
okay
and can
say any unanum delegates kasa as you've made a choice that Dr. Bawumia na Enyereba. So these are some of the things that ebejina do na nywana kasa they should vote for
Dr. Bawumia. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ghana fu ehunu dadaw.
All right.
Anu we ehunu dadaw. Anu nanyi ma ballot paper do daw.
Okay.
And so ada atone den ehun selesana akota on shadan yedin de ada fofra ma na ebe den elbotona. Nti anu Ghana fu ehunu da. T-shirt aspect na mekan no mama pa ma chen Ghana fu ehunu da.
Okay.
Enyim no wo ho a wo ni tirim there the most you are bagina president da. But e kona say eka sasana de impofoforo ba.
But na won so obachi din wo.
Yes, man no so obachi din wo anu nyina ye disadvantage a obotum wa ho adwen. See these are part of
Fred Medase. Father Casford.
Yeah, yes man. My figure be, but I think I have my data on the haircut data.
DDEP domestic bond.
Yes, I'm patcha.
Okay. So maybe I'll give you the figure. I have the figure here.
Yeah. But you see, on yet the number of times a contest as a presidential candidate.
So my memory the figure no.
Very good.
I don't know what you also have, but the first coupon was over 2.3 billion. 3 billion Ghana cedis. It was paid in August. The second coupon was 5.9.
5.9 what billion?
Billion Ghana cedis, and then the third coupon was 6.1. It was paid.
6.1 billion.
Yes, it was paid in August.
5.9. See, I don't want to argue with you, but data one year different. You see, okay. I am part of what share all these billions. This is almost 20 billion. No? Then our public debt should have reduced. Though. So what share para because the mean remember the mean 2024 minute.
On the figure no the also over or you overpricing of the you know. So don't yes.
2024 mini budget MPP for prepare against the first 3 months of 2025. So one will prepare. Public debt in the world quote. Biom, what kind of way to bond holders are? Go and read that document. They never in that budget are representing for John Mohammed's first 3 months. They quoted the public debt over 700 billion. So into on shem baby asu there, what bond holders 2.3 billion, 5.9 billion, and 6.1 billion. Where did you get these figures? So
figures in the man of Malbo meeting in America.
I thought
you also do your research and bring what you also have. But I'm giving you the figures.
Yes. But in less than 6 months, John Mahama has paid 10 billion Ghanaians domestic bond holders.
Okay.
$700 million to Eurobond debt in less than 6 months. You in 8 years, this is all you could pay. But I doubt the figures, and next time we'll look at it. Ejesman. You see, I am here there, Alfred. It's like the Baumia is the manufacturer of e-car. The Mahmoud Bauman or manufacture e-car or Ghana.
One can no manufacture. Maybe one can no manufacture.
Because as part of new reasons.
New initiative.
Nti import e-car nti yan to amba mo ebe gate na brain no ya kan so yan kadanche na
as vice no abad no oyey the
me can on the argument be raised on the failed economy.
Yes,
the failed economy.
It's importation of e-car na can people be ogwa kura yuma man kesin ye bo bi commander takrade hu bi o. You see, man, the apple cannot fall far from the tree. The apple can never fall far from the tree. We know Mahmoud Bawumia, trained by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We know his records. No. Now, but now most some scroll walk hard and what $75,000 in the a Christian Mahamaba. Come off walk on Haji or two do boo. And it is not the number of times I ever contest as a flag bearer or a presidential candidate, on a marine elections for Ghana. Or you will track records. We track records. In Shishaya, even Shishana Baumia, as economic head of economic management team, ever done away. Young public debt no increasing. School fund was the most social poisonous rice. You will come there. But I think that this NPP flag bearership a year ago. When I want to contest Mahmoud Bawumia, they should desist from contesting Bawumia. For God's sake, I want to plead with them. Stop! And all of you must support, rally behind Mahmoud Bawumia. Because me, as an NDC communicator, regional communicator, I support Bawumia, and I will campaign for Bawumia to be the NPP's flag bearer. You see, it's because of attempt to contest Bawumia. Now was it 600,000 fees was our bill. Bawumia now will contest ninti. Now what is them skabu blow your button west factors by a 10 then you pack on concotia. And the coffee what happened was the levy was the bear. One co-position and one more party who's one watch D levy subium. It's a one levy no who's levy. From E levy to D levy. And E comes before what? D. Upgrade. You're upgrading levy. In opposition, levy. Look, there's a difference between national elections and internal party elections. Zaworie or internal party politics elections. Now, say internal po. Now what's in Kofuntia? 600,000 Ghana cedis. Now you call national elections 2020, 24. I hear a YouTube electoral commission.
Tama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Okapeki the forms in the Ochiain.
Messi, what national elections? I don't have the figures here. If you have, you can.
No, sir. Okapeki the form or your internal party.
Yes, and readily as you speak, I don't have it.
With your,
I will search for it. But what I'm saying there, why there? Even national elections, Zaire 2024, it was nowhere near 300,000. Now internal party.
Yes.
And then internal party, they will scan and also organize them elections in. So what are you talking about?
Yes, man. Our census there, the D levy is for development within the NPP. D levy.
Development
what?
Development
fund. Fund is the same as levy. One about your good funding, one about you.
There's a woman mentioned D levy. So why are you mentioning D levy?
Everybody mentioned D what? I want to call it D levy. That's how I see it. Because your party man about you. Into your tax and levy. What about two NPP supporters now?
No, or you'll be Nyabute. Father Kastle, Nyabute. And one now, hey, Father Kastle, Nyabute. And one now, what Kapeki forms no, and now the executives will try development levy, development fund levy. What the armor one on your MPP members in Obocha development levy.
So 100 though. You put man over town now see Mahamo to develop what? Development fund to develop what? A bazu when people no will develop one country. To do what? You are asking candidate apart from 600,000 pay a development fee at the discretion of your national executive. Who national executive were cutting about what's the fufa one beer or about 2,000 more pen or babaka. Just cost as a cost of merely seeking parties nomination. Over 1 million. I don't know what's with me. You see, this issue you are talking about. It's not the issue is about the price, you know. NPP is creating a democracy crisis in this country. Democracy crisis. Ayanya kafra. Wana wonyimizi. Awu botu wode zomane den. Ona misikeya we twa 20. Nka ba umya besna bede obezi president obeye fagbara. You are creating a democratic crisis in this country. How can Baromia, with all his performance 8 years ago, the distraction, had the courage and said, I want to lead NPP? Stop creating democracy crisis. And this is internal democracy, and it's optional. And so why are you making it difficult for people with business acumen, people with skills, to come forward and pick forms? You get them can't call for when you deal. I would to lead them people. Why do you know one before weather? Show one know about the overpick forms. Show one know about the lies like Baumia. Educum. When I want to see them, most of the workers won't hotel. Look at this caliber people want to lead NPP. Jesus Christ, you guys are undermining the 1992 Constitution.
All right, Father,
you are making democracy monetary. You are trying to monetize the democracy in this country.
Okay, may I say, Father Casford, may I say be brief. So the 2024 election, the nomination for the NDC the presidential was 30,000 Ghana cedis.
This is 60,000.
30,000 Ghana cedis. And afi parliamentary aspirant in 5,000.
Presidential is what?
30,000. All right.
NPP is what? 60,000. You see, this is a market.
No, this is nomination forms. So 30,000 for the nomination forms.
Submission is what?
Submission only. I feel I'm looking for it, but it's 30,000. So I'll search for the.
How can you find the
no, it is not quoted in it. So I am still going through it, and then now what I do party po, you don't have it readily with you. You are forcing me. So bring out your figure. What is your figure? 0244 408 046 0244 408 354. Ebusha Wasu Brembi 0244 408 046 0244 408 354. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Yes, sir. Mr. Kukobo Mpacho Miteo. Ejuma da se papa.
I'm essentially, why I'm a poor. I'm comfortable of what you want, Mama. Just no,
Mpacho you.
What is you, man? No more. I can't my hour today. MPP was the Bamiabo. Was the car I thought Japan was the bow. MPP, not the overpower is yellow. 600 years time I of the power. It is a bit more. One kind of question or behind that coffee. One kind of question. One kind of question. I would cast like General Casta. They might I have a question and choose to get the matter of course. The second one I know without going to the house. No problem, Michelle. I will friend there. If you want the power of you, you might check our power. If you want power, Wakata.
All right, Maso Medasi. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Isman.
Yes, Yamiadumo.
But the summer, Madam, because it's almost one.
Okay, answer your unfortunate too.
Uncle, I'm a catcher, the Oka Saya with beer. You say, you're so full. When you meet the whole Mamusha, and then nice man, and I will.
Oh, already. Saturday food, the away of your party.
Okay. The maybe Mamma catcher, yeah, man, did you for you? I did do. A man, yeah. Oh, but no, will take me. We do. I say, Mamma, wait, I did it. She put to Juma Mahama, why Legon Hospital, Motumama, corner cautious Sierra, KJ market. If you put Anka, tell you to an in your she, listen, Mamma, why you be. You Brooks, only I go follow. I don't know 111 a weekend. Coco Hospital goes to all the tasty. She can't go.
I don't know 111.
You're so question. Hospital go. Oh, woman in your hospital. I could go with billions near this hospital when we're in Kenya. I feel like you boom. Catch up upon also inside the coffee. One can say for catch you also on me to station and I do all you.
I made that say. And I said that was our problem. Good evening.
Hello, many years, man.
Yeah.
What happened today?
Yamiadumo now on swear.
Fine, I'm going to share. From Alijara.
Alijara.
I have 7. And it's for no. John was saying, I will condemn MPP. That's why if you free education, look for wisdom for so a point. Because of first, second, Yana. Be someone. Send up powder, one by one co school. Uncle free education. I will cast me one. Would have been helpful one about Papa. This man. MPP Yazo. Until if you ask them, this one's one word. This one. Bomb, or winning me. And it's one of another. I said, you can tell one, and I just up and one. Besides, this was someone that said, Bomb winning we are. Or flag very we are. And it's one of another. But you besides our sleep for.
Okay.
Well, the JP has also watching with me. But I was once a cadet. All compare. I said in Katia. The zebra, I've been about me. Difference room far. The one one far. Catch him. We are catching out. Not going to checking Gatti.
Good evening.
Good evening, Uncle.
Yes, sir.
But obey the
two for me too.
Yet, never with me. In Ghana, fool. Yet, never with me, I'm on 27.7% here. Yet, never with me, and no one for the book of the Abayel. Yet, never with me. Nay, I Ghana for Yatanam 24.7. Not that catching if you're limb baby, but that's it.
Master, I say, I'm a benyo.
Brother.
Yeah, me too.
One on me.
Yamiadumo.
Mercasa dama me Ghana. Mancasa to them a political party. Kwamna, the pedemi be Saudi. IMF, yene third trench or say a second trench na wakaji. The miscan of fame.
Obogu government Bank of Ghana coffers in Bia.
It's what I know what shay. No, the miscan one kubo on the Nanado and the government was spending the miscan and sana waroko. Na ye peri be said
now was spending on Ghana one day. Our nana was spending.
What I would be.
Hey.
Yes, it's true. Mr. Check and I share. And
IMF once and wa authorize another trench mawaba. If you say Abano or spend one uncle in one, once now authorize another trench there on Sanimbre Bill.
And you're the one point about. I don't know, son of all. The Miss cannot the best. So, obey would do war, the last trench, obey would do war, end this administration. Mwa.
Yes.
Enyo, it's one is now. What if you do not? Or even the Michigan or bay within 2024 December and suddenly a January. Besides that, within a short period, the Michigan what the fine. For the year than what we in the year will see Abanim. But here is the case. I'm obey Abani or to me on 1 manage and was rich money. Ah, sister, yeah, that abadaba de a restructuring. Wa appreciate. Ewa, ye go to Fulibio. You Magana or local. If you may be no more much no woman cushion to a managana, blah, a managana, yes, race a outside a system. Sister, I show what in your lie. We
all right.
No one for water, ma. Well, what to wab, what
I don't know.
You NDC kita gurus.
Okay. But I say, Yamin Kawaso, I will be your do. Okay. When PK Suaha. Good evening.
Good evening, I'm coming out.
Yes, sir.
George Mackenzie.
All right, George, me too.
But at the Muhammad the time and the upper no problems.
Or 30,000. And I feel, or sir, or co-filer, or 500,000. Or co-file forms, or 500,000. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Oh, and you're ready. 0244408046 0244408354. Wasubutumna Abembi. Yes. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Captain.
Yes, sir.
Captain Planet in the movie.
All right, me too.
Hello, I'm Captain.
Captain, me too.
Oh, okay. I'm coming now. Busy Okaka Papa. Hey, and see, a bunny be wapa from Uncommon bid up to JM first time. Yes, a 120 billion. But yes, yeah, blah. I will pay a Mungu Papan. I go to 600 billion. Honestly, I'm not paying. I'm coming now. Only I got one agenda, one want to go. Now, I don't want to one. Even if you put me a credit business, Maria, I'll solve the studio, go to my watch on movie. But agenda 111 move baby ala. But at their campaign, people were sending whiskey with it. 1 million about what kind? One constituency, one dam. Nina whatever. I'm coming now. Yabo the man that I know. Yabo. Ah, no compare a large doctor about me. Oh, one of post. Look at that 38 or 99. I live at 20. I'm coming there. Yes, now I'm take a man. I take it out. You have to take it down. I don't economy. You have economy walk take it out. Take it down now, grandpa crying. Yeah, take it out center or scene. Okay, he gets. I was as well.
May I say? All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
My NDC for one TFS. So why a researcher? Why a research ye? About Ben Waba and Bobo Fapping. And my mobile 7 good months. Why you do mama when you see canvas you did Emma would to watch it. And people run away mistake. But you put to do mama would see ye. And to me do for 3 months. No swaba 3 months in you. And people be a Magana. Nagana. Ya braba ya bon Kwame Nkrumah obo baby you afi Kwame Nkrumah kwen e bobo na ba se NPP ba se bi to create in that insurance Ghana tax and no matter what you dey looking at go dey okay
oh hello about you imagine ya mama sorry. Oh, okay. No moon clear. Sorry, Sam Review. Because no moon clear. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, are they? Good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, I asked him more. We say our Sibrim 0244408046 0244408354. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
One fine MPP for me, who say, as your day in a casa NTNT in an Dakuti MPP. One thing because MPP for one was Casa in a Ubu, or yeah, one Casa word of Dodoa in Kadamadi or Massa because Moya the walker, or man, woman go near me. And I'm going near Medima. I think Uyeni and Wituma Casa Bonnie this year. It did to me Koto Dapa. Dapa and free education behind them here. I'm saying I am here, Nana Bano Yebi. Now, as you are dinting, young French answer, my young Banati for Casa. Ya brought me a check in force or Casa. In Casanema, we are on Bansa.
All right.
Yes, on you,
on your one soon, Juma. Good evening. Yes, sir. All right, cover me too.
I'm coming. Communication or can we be the reduction of our and abandon or yabaji. MPP actually Adibia Abano Obudo Yama and a 4 water on Yaban or one. No, that was a credit was a moment. Denta? Now, all kind of master mean, and what we all say, a Abano or on your Women Development Bank, Abano, a Boko, a Waso, a quantity and catty on your week. Not also a Korea, another Korea, Abano obey on carry into the Mendamano Codina, Abano, or that was the credit was the man, was the my entry tab. But then she. This is okay. Ghana from what you bomb them. I'm quite now. The mistake I wake out war. There, what about the mistake? A capic we are. The mean, a submit to such the mean. On your Ghana banana or sitting up for you don't tell me what did the miscano.
Then, because Mama Nangas put 500,000 for filing fee. It's Obilu Chibia on some or Ochen. Or your party, Massam, and I
American husband. Research Ghana.
Okay.
That's it. Said what the mistake. Let's say, near the Midibuna. Well, why point to the K minister? You really could the what kind of ministry up a baby out of and I'm American and Yemen Yagin.
Good evening.
Good evening, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Yamiadumo Pocho Sway.
Aduma gotcha. Pem bisa some kwede ba sebila. Man pem bisa o di kan there. That's a mid-year budget already. Minister also we to no list P assist as a 2 abandon no sorry. I know not them talk a fine to share the account. Oh yeah, workers na do one. No two. And this you also there on kete. Well, in part one another there or I saw Ghana. No, third one so often NPP one election obey. Mr. Suda, one we decided you say one work and one won't coach and to us. I'm saying, and the minion war the median one, which is not that.
Masim Dasi. Good evening.
Good evening, Medicine. I put Mr.
Yamiadumo, Papa.
Member Mera Gatti, I would my papa, you communicate Papa, Kastle, Kastle. And if I could you share my mind, I look a woman organizer, Central Region. Hey, Mabella, I'll call me there. In this man, you could, Mamma Dan and Kadofu. I had them propaganda and I have more young chain. Because I've been a fan and another who for the time. You may be built to do war. Oh, what matter? You can't obey that. Nti say gudi e kan wasam na ye ti say dey dem e wo fan I want to go presidential when scale work wasam yo ma on time utu mo a chan mbo o wa mata say bibi ti na say ye kan wasam a bibi e wo fan ama wo bi na mu be di utu al ko le recipe o wa mata nti ya fondo nti na me ye ndem o ama utu aboa my party no so to afan tempo for the miscan be nunya bi what you what done na party because your opposition and done matter for the guy again me done na no to unja mo ka kan me da si
maso me da si all right e bi say yen fensi o mintum fa ofrefu bia bio na yen sorry do yen ko yenenim eja gati
repeating of candidate on normal yimpatum the win elections. But then, Miss and Atamas or company. I mean, for the currency. Good. I bet sent in what the company bassa. I have a track record. Now, Sadaman can't call by first round or by first and call win. Sadaman, I look at the track record, no what is your first shot, and can't call by them first one and call win. Oh, Massa. John Mahamon Pomus, I certain president. No watching. I don't put a bump penine and an listen we win you. Inti repeating of candidating or bois or can I don't know whom or bois. In Catati. I come here. My brother a Kastle. You know what NDC fixes 500,000 as filing fee only. If you go to know other day. It's important. As an war. But ever canon. Oya wasn't there, Baka. Ne issue in the most ones or so oya than Oraba. But I'm going to read the Mazi.
Just 10 seconds.
Okay, I will. Because oya. External debt restriction. Government gets $7.2 billion debt relief. Only July 2024. But I would news.
Yeah, I have it.
See, my brother. Za Olukodubiano Yanade as a Ghanaians, Okuya Yetim, Wankoye sa Yetim.
Okay.
Inti Yanakanon Olibafumunaze, Yadayamias de Kono, Obabufum. Na Obafuma, Oboboyan, one bufum Zaya so Yawaha.
But I say,
Yes, man.
And what you're filing for no yahin.
I've not checked. I mean, check it. But there. Got to be 500.
But I've said it several times here.
I don't doubt it. I just want meet here. When I work to work free na kanka auntie I'm a being do. And when young queen or Amosma young lady now Amos my friend. Na men can change that.
But I see them who are young lady because
okay. Yeah. Na month today.
And maybe in personal.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
My month today Amos Makwano for Sukwachi in this urban yebe. Michel Oketechi Command the 8th. The paramount chief of Commander traditional. Yeah, Mr. Yizima mind you know. Michel
all right. Also Amos Makwano obey. Felix Kwachu for Subeye.
Yeah, that 166 constituency or media review budget.
Yes.
Amosma or AAK constituency. It can be. Michel Ketechi Command the 8th. The paramount chief of commander. Now, commander Fubia would say program is in Chelsea. Come on. Yeah. NDC Hen records in the 2028 elections. In your case, The petrol na yet on 17 cedis. Na yet on 10.
All right.
I mean, yo, dollar.
Father Kastle,
was 17.
me more 1 cedi all time as okay. Okay, ebusia yemfensi wa ha na yempeja yenumu na yenko nyame adom oche na yebesana achado. But it's a good evening. Mr. Host, kindly tell the MPP man to be always factual and allow President Mahama to heal the wounds of the Ghanaians. Sammy from Cape Coast. Mr. Suman, MPP should not dream to even contest in the future elections in the Fourth Republic. Bawumia should not come to disgrace himself for leading MPP. Okay. E-Town, but I say 31st Herbal Clinic or eye specialist will treat glaucoma, cataract of the eye, blurred vision, then eye pressure. For a doctor, that was 0559 999543. Well, Cape Coast here, Robin Kastle 90.3 FM. Gwell Loyalty Promotion. Also, register and get your tally card at any Gwell filling station in Cape Coast. That is Pedu, UCC, Adisada Gwell, Abiasi Gwell, Sud Gwell, Abra Stadium Gwell, Mankesim Gwell, Jumaku Gwell, Breman Esukuma, and Afi Bakanu Gwell na nya uteli card. Daily purchase will be recorded in the telecard. Reward will be given to drivers with the highest purchase for the period. Increase your chances of winning by purchasing more from the station you registered. Reward include electrical appliances, Christmas hampers, fuel coupons, t-shirts, etc. Damaso and NPS mentioned in the do you suspect you didn't get the right amount of fuel you bought, or you have issue with the quality of fuel you bought, and now you experienced bad customer service at the filling station? Call this line 0302550380. Now make you complaints in your within 48 hours to report. In Mokwa who became in our boy Yazebe. The production team as headed by Mr. Bernardo Go, Osman FKK, Blackus, train to my Facebook, then also on YouTube. I was so afraid I will do test message by I will see no sooner yada was Sibebre. Father Casford and Afi Alfred Kingati and the Yeti Waninka. Come to so many missing Yansen in Shibio, Yami Aduma, Ochina with another version of Meman Hodo. Have a wonderful good evening. Bye bye.